Jerk! Let's go! Cam's a shit kicker, 2 bombs in the lead. Soul Dragon crew, there's no time for fatigue. And he's a shit talker, stirring up the show. Never played a shift, but he's ready to go.
The Cam and Strick Podcast is brought to you by Stifel, one of America's fastest growing wealth management and investment banking firms. Rooted in St. Louis, where success meets success. Welcome into the Cam and Strick Podcast, episode number 388. Presented by Stifel, where success meets success.
Great intro. Yank, let's go. Some bitch.
Sorry, I'm a little off because I'm here oceanside. I'm on the coast today, Cam.
Yeah,
in the,
shutters,
in Southern
baby.
California. I'm coming you from the coast, man. You never know where I'm going to come and do the talk to you from.
I bought a new truck. Did you not hear that?
Oh, you got a new truck?
Yeah, you're not going to like it. You're not going to. It kind of looks like one. You're not going to like it.
Is it a half ton, 3/4 ton?
It's a half ton, but it's
diesel?
No, it's a big turbo Duramax. It's a Silverado. It's got black rims. The color you might not like. It's military brown. It's like it looks like a military color. It's really unique. But with the black, it looks cool. So anyway, I had to trade my old truck in today, and Kate had to drop me off here.
Where'd you get it?
Jim Butler.
Oh, nice.
The Chevy Powerhouse. A little shout out.
How did you find it? Did you actually do some car shopping and go test drive and whatnot?
Yeah. I just looked around and I just knew exactly what I wanted. It's an in-between. I didn't need the big engine. I drive so much because I live way out there. So, Andy, I'm pumped up. I needed my new truck, man. My old one, if you guys know, all the shit kickers out there, like, let's talk here real quick. Andy could sit aside. He does his thing. But when you get that brand new truck, you've had trucks your whole life, and you get another truck, and it's brand new, and you just feel it, and you're sitting up top. It's a damn good feeling. Damn good feeling. I'm in a damn good mood.
What year is it?
Son of a bitch. 26, baby. It's only got 30 miles on it. 30,000
miles.
No. 30 miles. 30. It's brand new.
I need to see this truck because I gotta let the people know.
No, you're not gonna like it. You're not gonna. This ain't Creve Coeur Racket Club truck. This is not your type. You didn't grow up with trucks. I get all that. You're gonna chirp me and I'll eat it. It's a different, unique color, but it's a military color. You probably don't even know what that is either. But if you know it, you know. And I've seen a lot of these trucks on the road. They're kind of similar. They sell the shit out of them because people like them, but the color's a little bit different. And I was going to go white. I was going to go black, but I'm like, no, I want to be different. And I'm going to black this fucking thing out. All the little things are going to take off and black it all out. It'll look awesome. But it's military brown, Andy. Okay, it's like sand.
I know military, like what?
It's like sand-ish. Sand.
Like Spam?
Sand. Like you're in the,
that's
like
not
you're in the
military
sand.
brown.
Like you're in a sandbox. Like
that's beige.
You'll see. You'll know if you saw it, I think. So anyway.
Finally somebody bought that off the lot. That's what the guys are saying. They're like, this has been sitting here. Nobody wanted this color.
You don't know the market, obviously, because these trucks just go, dude.
You should have gotten the black one. I'm starting to think
why
didn't you consult with me before you did this?
Because you don't know. You don't understand trucks. This is not your style. I get that, dude. I like your car. You got an Audi. I love Audis. My boy Neil here, man. I love Audis. You got a cool truck. You got a cool car. But I like trucks, Andy, and you know that.
Listen, I'm a truck guy too.
Right,
you may not know it, but I'm a truck guy also.
I'm pumped up. Son of a bitch. I had to drop off my other truck, which I've had for years. They just took it.
Embarrassing.
They just took it. Like, we'll take that. Boom.
The rusted one?
The one that's been through a lot. Albany, fucking all over the place. I drove that in Jersey. I fucking had that in. So
I actually like that truck because of the interior color.
Yeah, it was cool. High country. It was a Silverado High Country, and I had 22-inch black rims around it with a beige color, and it looked really cool. And I blacked out everything, and that's what I'm going to do with this one too.
Yeah.
So I'm excited. Andy, can't you be excited for me?
I might have some ideas for you about what you should do with this truck. Maybe lift it a little bit.
Nah, I don't. No. I just want
I would have gone matte. I would have gone matte black.
They didn't have that, man. They didn't have that. This is a different color, and I'm excited about it. Anyway, who cares? No one wants to hear any more about it.
Do you have a picture of it?
I will show you.
And put it on social media.
No, I don't need to do that.
Come on.
I don't. See, Andy likes to put everything on social media. Everything Andy does, he's like, look what I did today. Look, I do things. I bought this. I have this. I'm going to put it on social media. I don't do that. I just chill, and I'll talk about it with you, and that's it.
Okay, actually, I'm going to put up a little video right now where I had my morning coffee.
God dang, yeah, put it up. Put it up.
Okay.
Put it up. Let's go. We did have a good event. I got to give Chaser a shout out. He put on the third period for Jason Puck Cancer event. Raised a lot of money for Siteman's. We had a good time. I did get embarrassed a little bit. I've been braggadocious about playing in these games. I was not very good, although I did score a goal. But Mike Weber, for some reason, he stepped up on me during the game and hit me. And I go, kabam! And I'm like, oh! And then I go, okay. And he looks at me like, we're going. And I go, Andy, I go, let's go. And I go at him, and then he grabs me and goes like this, kabam! And I go, fell twice. And then everybody's like, Jesus, what the hell? Andy. I was like, oh, and even Kate's like, God, what happened to you? And then I fought him, and I got my left out, and I started kind of pumping him a little bit, and I won the fight, and I kind of had to do this. But at the beginning, he started that. He steps up on me, who I love him, puts me down, first hit of the game. Then I kind of get up, and he grabs me and then shakes me down, Andy. I haven't been ragged out like that in a while. And, I know you, sorry if I'm boring you. We raise a lot of money for cancer. Andy doesn't care about that. I'm trying to entertain the people because we raise money for cancer for Chaser, who's going through a tough time. He had to leave early.
The best part.
So I'm just trying to put on a show out there, because that's what you do to raise money for cancer. But Andy doesn't care about that, so it's all good. It's all good.
I do.
He doesn't care about Chaser.
I think
he doesn't
it's
care
a great
about Chaser.
story.
He doesn't care about Chaser. Andy did a lot that night. He embarrassed me. My dad was there. Can
I talk about this, dude? We gotta talk about it, though.
Jesus, sorry. Wake up.
So you lost the fight?
No, the fight was fine, but he fucking hit me. And then I went, bam! I'm like, whoa! Out of nowhere. Mike Weber, who I love, who was my teammate, that son of a bitch, he got me. He hit me like I hit you, Andy.
Oh, my God.
Unfortunately for you, you got concussed. I didn't. I popped up like a man.
That'll get you 2 games from player safety.
I wasn't expecting a big hit like that. It was right on the boards. He caught me. I'm like, God dang. Anyway, okay. A little wake-up call. Shit. But
did Radko Gudas get beat up last night?
Fuck yeah, he did.
Max Domi?
Max Domi shit-pumped 2 cats. I got to give Max Domi a shout-out. He throws bombs, dude. He throws just like his daddy does. He doesn't do it much. He's knocked out guys like Ryan Kessler before, where he'll just catch you with those uppercuts right off the bat. I gotta give Max Domi credit. He looked scary in those fights. It wasn't one of those fights where you just hold on and you fall down. You're like, I did my thing. No, he was trying to hurt you. And Radko Gudas has a bad hand. He's got a bad this. Dude, he's so tough anyway for Radko just to even be like, I'll come out here and pay the piper like a man. Not too many other sports guys are going to do that. But Max Domi went out there and pumped him and then pumped somebody else, and they ended up winning in overtime, which is an awesome game. That was it all worked out. But Max Domi, I give you a little shout out, baby. You look just like your daddy.
Yeah, listen, I love the fact that Max did that. I would imagine he wasn't on the ice, right? When Gudas hit Matthews to begin with.
I don't think he was.
Yeah.
I don't think he was. Because those Matthews.
Maybe he wasn't even in the lineup for that game. Who knows? But
yeah.
I did say prior to the game, because Gudas is like, yeah, I'm going to play. That tells you everything you need to know about Toronto, that this guy will take off his walking boot and literally play in the game because nobody scares him. I said on Twitter, the only guy that he should be afraid of is Chief.
I saw that. I liked it. That was a good tweet.
And I got to give Max
a
lot of credit. And we got a lot of respect for Max. He's the one guy. We've talked about him for a long time. We've had, Ty on the podcast, and it's hard not to like Max Domi. But we've seen him do this, to your point, before, man. Everyone knows he can throw, and he throws hard. And he gets angry and strong. Yeah, so he's the one guy that I'm not shocked that would step up, and he understands the moment. He knows they got called out. He knows how embarrassing it was around the entire league. It was shown in every single dressing room and video room in the league. Every coach around the league is being like, please don't do this. don't embarrass our team. Don't embarrass one another. If somebody gets hit, everybody's got to jump in. We got to have the all-in mentality, just like Buffalo got embarrassed last year. So, man, listen, I'll give Max a lot of credit. I didn't think about Max, but he's the one guy. Nobody should be surprised that he was the guy to step up and do that. Although, why do you think Gudas didn't even throw a punch? He didn't even he just let him beat him up, dude. No, if you watch it, Andy, damn, he didn't even throw a punch.
Andy, well, sometimes you might not know exactly what's going on with him. His shoulder might be fucked up. His hand might be messed up. Like,
there you go.
He didn't throw a punch because he just bagged me up like I'm going to be a rag doll like Matthew did back when Cassian hit him. I go, don't ever do that again. I don't think that's the case. I just think maybe he was trying to hold him out. Listen, Domi's way stronger than you think. He's like his dad, dude. He's fucking strong, that core strength. And he's got short arms, but he knows how to throw. It's so natural the way he threw. He threw exactly like his daddy did. And I'm like, oh my God. I think Gudas kind of got okay, let's go. I know he might be hurt, but you never want to just eat punches. You might as well go toe to toe. I think he tried to. I just think that he was overwhelmed quick and you lost the fight and it's over. But I respect the shit out of both of them, to be honest with you. Do I respect Toronto as a team? No. Yeah, you did this. Okay, cool. Then what? Every night needs to be what are we on? You need to be like Tampa. You want to win? Watch Tampa. Anything goes down. These guys are all over you. Capitals are all over you. There's certain teams, if shit goes down, the Blues don't really get pushed around too much. We would notice that, and the Blues fans would be pissed off if things went down. But it seems like it happens in Toronto, and it did happen in Toronto, and I just like the way they responded. Although, now what? You're just going to coast away and they're going to get a pick. What's next year? You have to have team toughness. This has got to be every night thinking this way. No one touches anybody. No one touches Nylander.
So you're saying let's not give these guys their flowers just because they got called out and they were so embarrassed that everyone knew that all eyes would be on this game and that they really had no choice. They had to do something. Otherwise, what just happened was going to get even multiplied. And let's be honest, Cam, we just saw Toronto here on Saturday night. It was the worst team I've seen play all season long.
Shouldn't they be pissed about that hit the night before? Shouldn't you be mad? Now you pick and choose when you're mad to be.
Exactly.
Right? That's unacceptable in this game.
That doesn't, you don't just all of a sudden erase everything that's happened because of what you did last night. I'm sorry.
Exactly.
I'm glad you did it. I'm glad you stepped up.
Yeah, Maxie, boy.
When all eyes were on you, but you already made your bed and pretty much 100% defined who you are as a team already.
Exactly right.
And that doesn't change it for me based off what we saw last night. I'm not surprised Max Domi would do that. That's what he does. We've seen him do that before. But again,
but he's still a player. he's not, but,
I know. Yeah. And I'm just saying, I'm not willing to be oh, okay, now I forgive. Or they should be forgiven for what took place when Matthews, their captain, is lying on the ice and nobody does anything. And it's 2 weeks later, it's okay, we're going to show you how tough we are. But again, the game on Saturday night.
There it is.
Aren't you mad, the team I've seen play. They were so bad.
I know.
And I'm watching that game, man. And you know how we feel about Chief, dude. I love Chief, man. And for the fact that he has this team, that he's expected to coach this team and do something with this team. And I'm not going to sit here and say, well, he should get the Jack Adams and he's been the best coach in the league and he's done his best coaching job. No, I'm not going to say that. But the reality is, what do you expect him to do with this group of players? That's why the general manager is getting fired with 10 games to go or whatever it is, because he put together this team. And if you were to ask Chief in a closed behind-the-scenes conversation and you were to say, hey, Chief, what do you think we need to do to fix this thing here in Toronto? He'd probably tell you get rid of more than half the players.
Yes. And we've said this before.
They all got to go. They don't compete. They're small.
Change up the leadership. Change up everything. Change up the mentality. Change up just the mentality. You see, again, and whatever. The Blues, they finally won in 19, but the mentality with St. Louis, I just think it's different. You come in here, you got guys like Chaser walking around, you got Twister, you got all these guys, you got all these alumni here. They got this kind of aura about them, tough, here, blue collar, let's go. If shit went down in St. Louis, you think it's just in Toronto, God, if somebody got pushed around here, people are going to lose their fucking minds. They're going to get called out left and right. So like
Damn, they just had the mentors trip, dude, with Wendell Clark on the trip and Doug Gilmore on the trip and Curtis Joseph on the trip. They got a lot of alumni around there. Are you kidding me?
Oh, I
Those
know.
guys are around all the time.
But and they should think a different way when it comes. This has been a decade.
Different. I agree with you. Their coach is Craig Berube. They play in the National Hockey League.
I know.
I was having some of their guys tell me during the morning skate the other day because they were in St. Louis, and in the Blues morning skate, like guys are like, you know how you go around and like, you're going back in line after your drill, whatever, and you may body check your teammate into the wall or whatever.
Yeah.
Everybody's laughing, smiling, having a good time. And the Toronto guys were like, you would never see this with Toronto in the morning skate. It's almost like they don't even know each other when you see them on the ice. Like there's no camaraderie, there's no energy.
Yep. Yeah.
And so it's
There's
no
a
surprise,
problem. There's a
no
problem.
surprise when you see that's the end result. That's the product that you see during the game. So, yeah, listen, it was great theater. Everyone knew something was going to happen. But the fact that he didn't even throw a punch, something tells me, because I know you're talking about how strong Max Domi is. He's strong as shit.
Yeah.
But let's be honest.
Gudas is strong too.
He may not be a great fighter. I don't know how good of a fighter he is. I think he even talked about he's a terrible fighter when he came on with us, but he's scary strong. This guy would fight and take on a grizzly bear.
Well, then what do you mean then? He's so hurt that he can't even move his body, but he played that game anyway, just to be like, hey, I got to pay the piper. That makes him even more of a warrior. So either way, like, I'm not looking at him like, how dare you get your ass kicked? Like, it is what it is. Like, sometimes you got to take a beating. Sometimes your shoulder's so fucked up or your hand. If you punch him and your hand's already broken and you do that, now you're out for 7 weeks and you're trying to make the playoffs here. So you can't get hurt. So he's already hurt.
Why do you keep saying his hand and shoulder is broken? Well, he had to shed a walking boot. He's got a high ankle sprain. He's on one leg, dude.
So he's on one leg. But my point is, in a fight, like the worst thing when you don't want to throw a punch, if you fight all the time, is because your shoulder's banged up or you have a bad hand.
Oh, I know.
Yes, I know. So why'd you ask me then?
But I listen. And I know he got beat up by Max. That doesn't mean the next time they play each other that
there you
at the blue line.
There, you don't think he's like,
because he doesn't give a fuck.
I had to come in here like a shit kicker and take an ass beating because I did something bad, and I understand that. And I didn't have to play in this goddamn game. I could have just said, hey, I'm banged up. Everybody would have supported me here. Maybe you would have got chirped a little bit, but it would have been over. But I did. And I took an ass whooping, and I played that game, and we lost in overtime. Like, you know what? I'm going to get you. The next time I see you, like, I won't remember that. When I'm healthy, they're probably going to step up, and there's probably going to be more action going on with Anaheim and Toronto if they ever play against each other. Which I don't think they will.
Change the team out.
No shit. They want a coach that's a little bit younger, has a little bit more hair, doesn't have this, and have this, but this, that. Oh, okay. Okay. Like you're going to the grocery store, like, I'm making a meal. Let's see here. I want that. That's what it is.
What did they want when they fired Sheldon Keefe? What were they saying they wanted?
Yeah. Toughness, right?
Toughness,
but then you had
hard-nosed coach.
Then you had Young, and you have toughness again. And you had Lou, you had Shanahan, you had this, you have this. I mean, what the fuck at this point? It's almost laughable.
I said it first game of the season. They were on national TV. I said, this team is not very good.
You did say
They're not.
They're not.
Like, what are they?
I don't know. But I did see the Blackhawks had a little fight session going on. That was kind of cool. I saw that. They had
Who's that?
It was a Blackhawks. They had like a guy come out and teach all the big kids how to fight in practice, and it kind of blew up on the internet. I was like, oh, interesting.
Who did? Say that again one more time.
The Blackhawks, they're in Chicago.
Yeah. I'm
Connor Bedard. Oh, sorry. Am I bothering you?
They brought out a guy to teach him how to fight?
Yeah, dude.
Dude, you should do that. Although
I think we're
hide the video from Friday night because that may ruin your chances of getting hired.
The fighting part of that was great. I switched up on him in 2 seconds. He didn't know what the fuck to do. Why don't you check that out? But he hit me at the beginning and I fell. And I didn't like that. Although I love him. But it's all good. Anyway, yeah, I saw that. I mean, there's a lot of weird drama going on. How about Tarts going to goddamn Vegas? Jesus Murphy. What is going on, baby? Woo! I love it. Bring the entertainment. Let's go.
And you know what's going to happen, dude? It's just so obvious.
No.
And unfortunately, I feel bad for all you coaches out there because it's like they want the Rick Bonus bump that Columbus got, which is now starting to kind of weed away. Doug Armstrong put it perfectly with me the other day. We were talking, and on my other podcast, Cam.
Yeah, I know. You tweet more about that than this one, which is very unfortunate.
This was a lot of like.
I know
really
Army's different, and that's why.
Info.
Yeah, and that's why I'm a good teammate. Yeah. Do you think
local audience? But anyway, we were talking about Steve Ott because Steve Ott, man, I gotta give him a shout out. He's doing a hell of a job in Springfield, man. This guy's gonna coach the National Hockey League.
He is.
But at the same time, Army was talking about how it eventually transfers. It goes from that honeymoon period where everyone's got the coaching bump and everyone's all juiced up and pumped up and they're playing for the new coach and you get energy and all that naturally that comes with the coaching change. We're seeing it in Columbus where eventually that goes away and then it turns to the X's and O's for the coaches and the adjustments and all of that. It's not just like, motivating this guy and having this guy feel good about his game in the initial process. It's like now that goes away naturally and it's all about the X's and O's and the coaching part comes into play eventually. And so I think we're seeing that a little bit with Columbus right now where maybe it's wearing off a little bit. We'll see if they get into the playoffs. They got bonus, but it's only natural. Vegas is going to go on a run now, bringing Torts in. So, I don't know why these teams do it, dude.
I don't know. If you go back in history, there's a tweet out about Torts when he got changed and moved to a different team. His record wasn't that great. So
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Well, if you go back and see where he started throughout his history, like if you look at
season,
just it hasn't been great.
How many places has he gone to?
Jesus,
mid-season?
I don't know, but just the places he's gone to and started off, even.
But I think if you start off game one, October, it's different than taking over mid-season. I just think you see the coaching bump, dude. I've seen it for years. We were on teams that had that, dude.
Yeah, no, I know. So you get the bump for 8 games, right? Then you just talked about bringing in, now this is I don't like this forecheck. You guys are used to this forecheck. I need a new system. Now, how do you do that first round in the playoffs? You have no time to figure that out. So Army might be right on this. You might be get that bump. You're in the mix, but once that first round hits, you're trying to change things up because you don't like them, but then it's tough to do because no one practices. So I don't know how that's going to be for a Vegas team. Right?
I know where I think when Chief took over, obviously he was already on the bench. He was already on the coaching staff.
They had a lot of time leading into it. This is 8 games.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I got you. I see what you're saying with Torts.
Exactly. So you're going to get a bump. Yeah, you'll win 6 out of 8. Okay, then the first round happens. Now you want to tweak things. Now you're going to tweak something mid-fucking first round against a team that's coming at you 100 miles an hour. They're already fucking ready to go. They know exactly what to do. They're not overthinking things in the neutral zone. That could be a problem moving forward. Does that make sense?
And Cassidy, he was the coach that won the Stanley Cup in Vegas, right?
Yeah, a couple years ago.
We had him on right after he won the Cup.
Exactly.
Right?
Yes, and he lost with the Bruins. They almost won again. If shit would have went down a little bit differently in that Game 7 against the Blues, it would have been completely different.
I know. So this one does feel different because you got a Stanley Cup winning coach who's considered an elite coach in the league. I know he's got a reputation, Cam. We talked about it years ago in Boston, how he just didn't see eye to eye with a lot of his core players, and that's what cost him. Yeah. That's why people were shocked. Remember when he got fired by Boston? Nobody saw that coming.
I know.
But we were talking about the fact that he wasn't on the same page with some of his big-time guys, and then he came on our podcast, and we talked about it.
Yeah.
That, hey, listen, I hear Bergeron and some of these guys that David Krejci was like, I'm not coming back if this guy's the coach.
Wonder what that is. Like, what is he doing?
Because he grinds on guys, man. He's hardcore. I hear he is a hardcore coach, man, to play for.
But who? I'm trying to think who I've had, and we have Lou Lamoriello on, by the way. Like, we're all bitching about guys being hard. Like, okay, like who? I'm trying to think of a coach that wasn't hardcore on me. Was it Pete DeBoer? Are you out of your mind? Was it Brent Sutter? Was it Lou? Maybe Larry Robinson when he took over, he was easygoing, but that I don't know, man.
But all those other guys you're mentioning, they don't stay in one place for a long time.
I know. Well, yeah, you're right.
Now, Lou, I don't see Lou, and correct me if I'm wrong, man, but I don't see him digging personal and deep at you on the bench, does he? Or is it more like
digging personal? No.
Like, is he going to say, hey, you're playing like,
oh, yeah.
Hey, you know what? Can I say it on here or not?
Well, what are you trying to say?
The P word.
Pussy? No, he's not going to.
Like, he's not going to say.
He doesn't need to say that. He looks at me like, you get going.
You're soft. Like,
well, I mean, has he called somebody soft? Maybe. He's not calling me soft, but he gives me a look like, what are you doing? And that's all you need.
You know how Chief, like some of these guys, you know what they're saying to their guys.
You pussy,
when they come
get
back
going.
To the bench.
Now,
yes.
did Lou do? I didn't know. I cannot say that he did that.
I can't see him doing that.
But did Brent Sutter? Did Pete DeBoer say somebody's acting like a pussy? I don't know. Probably. Did Torts ever do it? All these guys. Sometimes you got to call somebody out. Give a shit. He called me a pussy. Like maybe I was a pussy. My dad called me a pussy when I played like a pussy. No shit. You got fucking punked. I would call my dad, you got punked. Like a pussy. I'm like, God, oh fucking mighty.
Cam,
oh, God.
You played like a pussy the other night.
Oh, no, I know.
I'm coaching you now, boy. You couldn't handle my coaching.
Does Ty want another lesson with me?
Yeah.
Did he put some guys down?
Downtown Chinatown?
This is your barrier. Your shoulders are your barrier. Just if anybody gets close to you, you're hitting this. Get away from me. I got the puck. I'm Oshie, baby. I'm Forsberg. Get off of me. Get off of me. I got the puck. Oh, yeah.
I got the puck.
Yes.
So, anyway,
sorry.
This one was like, nobody's expected to see this one because of who it is. This is not a guy that's been on the hot seat all season long.
I know.
But this is the Vegas mentality, dude.
But here's another thing, though.
They'll do anything to win, and
I like it.
Apparently, his contract for Tortorella only takes him to the end of the season.
Yeah,
so they're not locked in, and
there it is.
Married to him whatsoever.
But when your goalies are bad, and you bring a new coach in, like that doesn't listen, you give those guys a bump. They could, when you're a forward or a D-man, you could do extra work on the ice and get things done because you're on your feet. You could take another step. You could do that. Being a goalie, you're locked in a different way. So I can get motivated by a coach as a forward and a D and actually excel. But to get motivated for a goalie isn't the same. These guys are completely different. You know, Benner, we've talked to goalies left and right. Marty, you can't pump me up. Like I don't want to be pumped up. I need to be settled in. Like I'm chill. I can't be extra hardcore and like jacked up to maybe get into the forecheck a little bit quicker. No, I need to be on my game. I need to see the ice perfectly. Actually, get the fuck away from me. Don't even talk to me.
Leave the goalie alone. That's why they have these goalie coaches, man.
Get away from me. You're not pumping me up. I got my own thing I got going on. So that's different.
Yeah. I know. It kind of embarrasses a guy who's a Stanley Cup winning coach, and because he was just on the bench and on the staff for Hockey Canada in the Olympics.
I know.
I know. Damn,
Damn,
you're gonna do that to Bruce Cassidy. I know they've done it to like Gerard Gallant and some other guys in the past.
Did they leave?
Shit. Cam, how many coaches have they had?
A lot. They're not messing around.
I'm not that impressed with it. I got to be honest. I mean, some of it is like, I get it, but all I'm saying is this: if I'm an elite coach. And I know it's a great place to live, and they treat you really well in Vegas. They're always going to go for it, and they're always going to build have a talented team.
No matter what it takes.
To spend money. But if I'm a head coach, at some point you just got to say, "Fuck, I ain't going there. I'm not going to go coach for you. You're going to fire me in 2 years with 8 games left in the regular season.
When I have a 5-year deal,
when I have the team in the playoffs, and I just helped you win your first and only Stanley Cup, and you're just going to let me go? Like, no, I'm not coming to coach there."
Unless you pay me a 6-year contract, then you fire me and I'm still getting paid, and then I get hired again, and now I'm double dipping.
I gotcha. But at the end of
the
day,
or maybe he's like going to be like a college football coach and be like, "You pay me out $10 million if you fire me," or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay, but those buyouts are based off of what's left on the contract.
Well, I mean,
you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, okay. So whatever it is, like, no, I have that. Maybe there's extra incentives when you do fire me.
But yeah, so okay, you could say, yeah, give me a 6-year deal and I'll come. But at the same time, it's like no coach thinks like that. No coach is like wanting to get fired 2 or 3 years in. You're moving your family and all that shit.
Well, unless you go there and you know you have the right team because they're spending so much money and they're doing everything to win, and you're like, I might just fucking win a cup here and then fucking bye.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Like, what's the ownership and management thing?
But how much
you're in the Pacific right now? Your team's not that good. You're not as good as you guys have been in the past.
I agree.
So,
with
like,
that.
I don't know what you think you have. You have no goaltending.
No goaltending. They've been terrible. Go
get a goalie.
I agree, but you can't now.
I don't love it, Cam.
I know what you mean. I do.
Part of me says, my initial reaction is, okay, I love Vegas because they're willing to do whatever it takes to win. They want to win so bad they don't give a fuck.
Yeah. Yes. But
at the end of the day,
yeah,
whatever. Their arrogance, dude. They just think they're like, we should win every year, and I kind of like respect that. But at the same time, it's like,
who's got more arrogance?
Vegas? They'll come out and say how great he was, and you never even had an argument with the head coach, and everything was great the whole time he was there. Dude, you just let him go with 8 games to go in the regular season.
See, that's preposterous.
What are you trying to do? Like, you're trying to explain it differently? We see it in front of our own eyes.
Do you think we're fucking stupid? Get out of here. You think we're stupid? You don't think we can you don't think we know exactly? You don't think these guys are like, the hockey world's small. We'll figure this whole thing out in 2 seconds. And everybody that knows how to speak to people that can bring out what really happened is going to bring it out. So you might as well just be honest anyway. But who's more arrogant than Andy? Vegas or Toronto?
Well, I think Vegas is. I think Toronto is just completely clueless.
Oh.
They are just clueless.
I think you're kind of right.
They don't have it. They don't know what the fuck they're doing.
They don't know what they are, where they're going, who they are. Are we tough? We're tough now. They're going to be like, they're the tough guy team. Domi did his thing. We're tough. We're back at it. They're going to get beat 5-0, and somebody else will get run over next game, and nothing's going to happen.
Now, I will say this, and there's different types of arrogance. Some athletes and some people in sports are super arrogant, but it doesn't really rub you the wrong way because they're just so good and so successful.
Jordan.
Exactly.
Right. Not
you know what I mean?
Yeah, but Gretter's not arrogant. Like, I don't know about that. That's few and far between. Conor McGregor runs people, like all the big dogs and their sport.
But like Danny Hurley, I like that coach from UConn, dude.
Yeah, he's.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but he's just. But don't act tough. When these coaches that are like 5'7", 5'9", and they're like, I'm a basketball guy, I'm tough, we're tough. Like Andy will smack you around. Just don't.
Let me give me another example. I mean, there's got to be.
Well, there's not many. Maybe a couple UFC cats that are shit kicking but Jordan is probably the only one. Like even Tiger, like we're gonna talk about Tiger and what's going on with him. I'll explain what I think is going on with him in a second, but. He's kind of dropped off. Like we just talked to Trico. He's like, Tiger's a bet. But I look at Tiger different. Jordan hasn't got jammed up like him. Like he hasn't. He has and he hasn't. Jordan might be the only one. LeBron looks goofy. Kobe, different. Kobe fucking in your face. Like, what's up? Kobe was like that, right? Kobe was like, fuck everything. Like, you, get out of here. I'm Mamba, whatever. Like, I believed him. Like, I look at him like, oh, God, yeah.
Okay, but so Vegas is...
What?
Kobe, even though they've won once, I'm not gonna.
They won.
They're Bill Belichick. You know what I mean?
There it is.
Toronto is Shedeur Sanders.
Oh, Jesus Murphy. Oh. Yeah. Oh, Shedeur. Wow, that's a good analogy. Shedeur. That's a good one. You did good on that. You're right. Like Bill Belichick's goofy now. Like he's a dick. He looks at you like what? Doesn't care what he looks like, his appearance. You ask him a question, he'll be like, what? Like I respect that. I kind of do. When you're winning, you do that. Kobe's in your face, like I'm the best. Get out of my face. Like nothing. Boom. I work hard. Shedeur, he made the Pro Bowl. I know.
And I don't even hate Shedeur. I like Dion. I like Prime. I like all of them.
So do I. But weird. Yeah, that's a good one. That's
like Ryan Clark and Stephen A. Smith and Jason Whitlock fighting like they're in high school.
Don't get me started.
Who are these people?
I don't know. I kind of like when Stephen A. Smith talks politics more than he talks sports. Actually, I don't mind his politics. I don't mind his politics.
Cam Newton's my favorite one of all of them now.
He's kind of dorky too, isn't he? Like,
yeah, but he's cool. He's Cam. He doesn't give a shit.
But is he cool?
He doesn't kiss Stephen A. Smith's ass like all these other guys.
Is he virtue signaling out the wazoo like they all? Like, is he?
Yeah, but he brought Jason Whitlock on his show to have a conversation, even though they don't get along. And they're like, "That's Stephen A.'s enemy. How could you do that? Like they're on the playground in high school, dude.
Up.
Like, are these people serious?
No, they're all putting on a show, dude. Everything.
So Toronto should
virtue signaling.
I hate to say that because they've got shit kicker behind the bench, and they've got
I know.
Stanley.
Yeah. No, I know.
And I like Austin Matthews for being the captain of Team USA.
Who else do you like on that team?
Willie Stiles, not a fan.
I'm not a fan. He had a weird year, dude. Think about what Willie Stiles had been through this year. You know, he did the weird. He's always got his shirt off and his like tank top on, which is okay.
What did you say to me and Biz?
I said he's built like you.
He's not even fit.
He's built like you. Like he's not caught up like he's not. So it's like he does that. And he just kind of looks like a little boy, really. And then he does the finger thing, okay. But then he like hurts the goalie in warm-ups. Although I gotta defend him on that. And Nick Kypreos is so funny.
Oh, I loved Kypreos' clip.
Did you hear what he said?
He's yelling it, and I like Sam, the producer of the show.
I know, and I feel bad because
he's a cool kid too.
You wouldn't want me to, like that's kind of like a sensitive thing. Like you don't know what you're talking about. You didn't play.
It was going so far, and I will say,
I love it though.
Because Sam was saying he ripped the puck, like it wasn't really a rip.
It's not. Right? We were doing the same thing in the fucking warm-ups with the puck cancer event. You're shooting pucks, man. Like get on your game. Like did I hit you weird? Like I got to go high here and there. Like he's got to warm up too. So it wasn't like.
I mean, he shouldn't have. The puck got away from him, Cam. He's not trying to shoot it at his face.
No, but
you shouldn't do that, right? I don't know why the goalie Stolarz. He was like staring right at him. How come he didn't react?
Well,
was he expecting somebody else to shoot? Was he looking at somebody else? I don't know.
Sometimes you try to go high real quick just to like, big. I got you. You know, sometimes the goalie needs that too. Right. Like. Where are you going? You're going to shoot low every time, and all of a sudden I get a fucking high shot in the first shot of the game, and I'm like, I'm not used to it. Shoot high. But
it was the beginning of
pick your corner.
You're just hitting them in the pads.
Be a pro. Pick your corner. Don't hit me in the neck. And sometimes it gets away from you. It ain't that big of a deal. It's happened to everybody.
Needed to like leave the game, like not be available. Was he that hurt?
Andy, that's where things I just don't know. I took a puck the other night. Guys got like. That happens all the fucking time. That happens every other practice as a goalie, just so you know. Like, God damn it. You get one. Like, ooh, one hit me in a weird part of my pad. Or one hit me in a weird part of my skate because they're doing a 2-on-0 and I had to go over this way. Like, that happens all the time. But when you make a scene like that, like, ooh, now you get off the ice. Everybody's like, Jesus. Now you know. Everybody's talking about Willie. All this other stuff is going on. It's been a disaster of the season. You're like, I didn't know what happened to Austin Matthews. You put your arm up because you knew it was a penalty. Like everything you've done this year has been goofy as shit. But I do got to give him. I kind of have to defend him on this play in the warm-up situation because shit, that happens.
I mean,
man.
Jesus, like you have to leave the game and not be available to play that night. Listen, you've seen this, Cam.
Come on.
Because I've seen it even during my career.
Go on, just go.
Goalies would always flip out in practice if you shot high. And you see goalies, like, they throw their stick, they make a scene, they get all angry. I mean, how many goalies did you battle with, Cam? And guys are chirping the goalie. Goalies are always, you can get under their skin, they get all angry and whatever. But you don't know what I mean? Like, even when I was a kid, goalies were always sensitive and always mad.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
No. The guys are usually pretty good with the goalies. Especially, it's not like you're... Like you score them, like but like you respect them, like you know that they're like you don't bump into them.
You play with Marty, dude.
Dude, I fucking hit him in the head, and I'd be like, "Oh Jesus, you good?" He's like, "Yeah, I'm good." Like, get away.
But he's like chill, like
and Jordan it might have hurt him.
Jordan Bennington and Joel Hofer, like here in St. Louis, like they would never like
Chris Mason
like that.
Chris Mason will lose.
Chris Mason used to get mad, right?
Yes, but that's That's like the new Russian kid that got called up that put his head down in warm-ups and literally took a slap shot and hit him right in the neck. And he's like, you motherfucker.
Who did that?
Well, whoever. I'm just giving an example. Like, that's a new kid where Mason make you, or if you chirp him, he's like, fuck you, I'll fucking slash you. That's when he would get mad. You score him in practice. He's a competitor. He's like, fuck you, Jan. And I like that. But it's part of it. You're pumping me up when you do that. It's not like, it's the difference between I'm like, I'm going to get you next. And it's a goalie, like, I'm going to save you. Like, you're competitive that way. But if you're a pussy and you take one off and you're like, hey, God. Everybody stop practice. Everybody stop practice. All the media is looking. The coach has to come over. Now Ray Barilli has to come on. Ray, Cam hit me. Now you got to get off. Get out of here. You know the difference. Now everybody's like, what the fuck?
I know, but it's just it was so dramatic.
That's my point.
That's like the kid on the playground who you foul him too hard or you kick the ball and he gets hit with the ball too hard. He takes his ball and goes home.
I know. And then his daddy,
then his mom is knocking at your door.
His daddy's like, what happened to my son? He's a pussy.
Come on,
get out of here. Get him out.
You're
get him
using
out of
that
sports.
word a lot today.
You did. You're the one that brought it into the mix. I don't even know what
word. What is
pussy.
it?
I shouldn't say that because there are. I don't want to.
Oh my God!
And this is Lou.
Oh my God!
Oh my God!
You're done, dude.
Because I know Chris is listening. Pardon my language. I'm not cussing anymore. Not gonna do it.
Can I just say, like,
I'm not gonna do it.
I see Cam and all y'all out there too. He with a hat on so much.
Yeah.
But when he doesn't wear a hat, it like completely throws you off. It has nothing to do with hair, nothing.
Well, yeah, it does. Just be honest.
No, it doesn't.
Okay.
It's just you look so different. So I show up for the Lou Lamoriello interview.
Yes.
Fully prepared, and Cam is there with his nice shirt on, no hat for the first time ever in podcast history.
First time.
Ever.
Son of a bitch. I didn't want to shave because I told Lou, I'm like, if I shave down to the brim like you would want it, my face would peel off.
That's too drastic.
I got to think of myself first. But then he did chirp me right off the bat. He goes, you didn't call me. You went through Chris. And I go, yeah, I know. Because I just saw Chris up in when they play the Islanders. And I just like, Chris is so cool. And I love him. And he was so good to me with Albany and stuff like that. And he's head scout with the Islanders. And I didn't want to bother him. Like, I hear he's down with Trump doing stuff with these areas. I just don't want to bug him, especially if I called him and said, hey, just to talk to him, I'd do it. But to ask him to come on, like, I just kind of rather you kind of threw that out there, Andy. Sorry.
I did.
I know.
Hey, but I will say this about Lou,
he's
man. He's
awesome.
always,
I love him.
He's never said no to an interview request when we've asked him.
But he does.
Like, I used to have him on my radio
I remember
show.
that. Andy.
Back in the day.
I remember that because my dad would be like, hey, Andy's getting Lou on. And I would listen to it.
Lou Lamoriello, I sent him a text one time when the Blues signed Marty Brodeur. And I was like, hey, do you have a minute? I want to talk about Marty.
Oh, God.
He called me.
Yeah.
And like gave me a bunch of stuff over the phone. I mean, it's just gushing over Marty Brodeur.
Yeah, but then you look up stuff like what podcast has he done?
I don't know.
No. He'll go on with some of the big time guys up in Canada for 15, 20 minutes. But let me know another long form interview he's done, like he's done twice with us. Like I think he still has a limit on what he wants to do. Can
you talk to Steener right now into the camera? Because he keeps telling me, and I think he's messing with me that we're like 4th or 5th on his list when he does this.
Why
So I just
would
talk
he
to him
say
right
that?
now. I know.
Steener,
So
I love you. We're teammates together, just so you know. I just hung out with you the other night. I see you at every single game. Come on this podcast. We're in your backyard. We are right here for you. We love you. Get on here first. If you don't, then I'm kind of going to get mad about that a little bit.
You know what I told him? I said, if you don't come on first, then we can just say no. Okay.
Okay.
We won't have you on then.
I know. We won't have you on.
I love Steiner. You know what?
know.
Steiner's going to do an unbelievable job.
No,
and let me just say this about Steiner real quick.
He doesn't like doing stuff like that, though. He does.
No, I know. But, it's going to come with the job.
He's going to have to do it a little bit, yeah.
And he'll be great at it. But, and people are always wondering, like, how is this transition going to go? One thing about Steiner and talking to other people who have gotten to know him on the trail and whatnot, and I just see how he's operating. Like, he's going to make sure the Blues operate as a first-class, team-first operation. Like, he's all about a team, dude. I love that. Like, he understands that because he played, obviously. Yep. He's going to bring that to the table. But I just, as somebody put it to me recently, they said, listen, he will not get outworked. This guy works his ass off. He is fully invested.
Yeah.
And he is so smart, Cam.
Oh, I know.
His understanding of the game and intelligence of the game is top tier. Now, I know he's not coaching the team and he's not, running video, but trust me, he will let his opinions be heard, and certainly he's watching the games and evaluating players and evaluating
the game and the team.
He's going to be able to put his stamp on things if he wants to. He's not coaching the team.
No.
So I get it. Doug Armstrong always said, listen, you got to let the coaches coach. I'm not the coach, but he's so intelligent, so smart, and combine that with his work ethic, man. I'm pulling for Steiner. I think he's going to do a great job, to be honest with you.
I think he is too. I really do. And we said that a million times. He's got it in his blood. Hockey's in his blood. He's been around this city for a long time. He understands the fans, which is a big thing too. Somebody coming new in, they don't understand the city and the fans, how they react to different things, maybe how you have to present different things. Listen, you got to cater to them. They're watching every single move you make, and I think Steiner knows how to do that. You see him at Chaser's event talking to everybody. Like, does he like to do interviews? No, but he's very, very social. And, of course, you bring his intelligence towards the game. Like, yeah, it's good to have him whisper in your ear on maybe some different things and how to evaluate different players, even in Europe, too, where you could snag a guy maybe in the second round in some of these drafts. I'm excited, man. I'm excited for him.
But
what? Get on, Steiner.
We're not playing around.
I am not playing around. You got to do ours first. I love all those other guys. We all know that. No big deal. You're with us. Get on here first.
And we're going to leave it at that.
I'm going to leave it at that. We love you. We're a family here. All together.
I got to get your take on this.
What?
Troy Terry is the first player in NHL history to play 50-plus games without registering a hit in a season.
What does that mean? What is that? How is that possible? How do you not fall into somebody? Shit, the Blues get like 40 hits a period. I feel like you look at the hit count and you're like, God damn, they got a ton. How do you...
Can I ask you this, Cam?
How do you not accidentally...
the easiest stat to control on your own?
Yeah.
Maybe the easy, like it's hard to say I'm gonna get a shot on goal. I mean, listen, for an offensive player, you certainly should.
No,
right?
It's not. It's not, Andy. I got to answer you real quick before you even go.
Okay, but I'm just saying, like, you may not get the puck, you may not have the puck in that situation in a particular game. I'm not saying all season long, but you may go a game without having a shot. It happens, guys.
Oh God, yeah.
Go several games without getting a shot on goal
or a block shot.
But like guys like Tarasenko and Jordan Kyrou had a crazy run too, where he had like well over like 200 games or something like that, consecutive games where he had a shot on goal. But I would say if you know that you have 0 hits in the season, you could easily decide, okay, on this shift, I'm going to go out and I'm going to finish a check and I'm going to get a hit for this particular game. Am I wrong?
Not at all. No, you're right. Some guys don't give you some hits. Some other teams do. But how can you – and you know what? Just so you know, Andy, everybody's looking at their little stat sheet before the game too. Like, don't act like they're not. Like, there's sheets everywhere, guys. Just kind of looking.
Why wouldn't you?
I don't know.
The guys who lie, I know which guys lie about it.
You know, like, I don't know. Yeah, you do. You're looking at everything. What's going on here? What's going on there? They hook you up with all these different things. You don't look down the line and see they have 0 hits. And you know other people are looking at your stats. So meaning you have your teammates on that team. They're like, Jesus, Troy, like 0 still. He's got 0. I bet you he's getting chirped in the locker room. Everybody sees what's going on with everybody. And so guys are chirping him, and he still doesn't have a hit. I don't know if I like that. You never got mad?
Get one hit.
I don't get it.
Dude, like, that's a ridiculous stat in a contact sport.
It's not good. Even if you get a hit, sometimes you get hits because you're working hard and you collide in a corner because you're going after the puck. You know what I mean? Like, you need to have one of those.
Cam, if you put me in a game right now, I may never touch the puck. I may never get a shot on goal. I may never get a scoring chance. But I could get this beeline and just run into somebody.
No, you couldn't. They
Yeah,
would sidestep
you and put you on the.
Stop. You can't put yourself in this situation.
What are you
You're
talking
so
about?
fucking slow. You wouldn't even. No.
Joe
You
Blow.
couldn't even fucking get in there. These guys are like, get out of here. You look like a fool. You couldn't get a hit. You act like you're gonna keep up with the pace when they go D to D and kick it up. You're gonna find Broberg in the corner.
Let me ask you
Sit
this.
the fuck down.
You don't think an average Joe Blow,
you wouldn't even get out of the neutral zone. You couldn't even get out of the neutral zone in the alumni game. You think you're gonna find a way to catch somebody with a hit? Get out of here.
An average Joe Blow couldn't get
what's
a
an
hit.
average guy? What's an average guy?
Who plays men's league?
No. You would
Couldn't
have
get
no
one
idea. You'd be spinning around in fucking circles. D to D up. Where are you going to go? How are you going to find your angle? Get the fuck out of here.
Dude.
You're going to dump it in the corner, and here comes Andy. Here he comes. You're going to angle a guy, and they're going to be like waiting for you, like, come hit me. They're going to get out of here. They're going to take a puck. You're going to be stopping, starting, falling. You wouldn't even know what the fuck to do.
Okay, all right, fine.
But a college kid or a kid that just got called up or just the worst kid on any team could do it. The worst kid on any team. Like that fourth line guy that's maybe just a fourth line center or banger or whatever. Like they're going to find hits. Anybody on that team can.
Fine. I'm just trying to. Troy Terry hit somebody.
Hey,
Get a hit.
Aiden, don't take that out.
No, take that out.
Don't do it.
Hey, Troy Terry.
Thank you.
Get a hit.
Get a
That's
hit.
not a badge of honor, dude.
Troy Terry, it's fucking embarrassing. And I'm rooting for you guys. We just stuck up for Gudas. Like, I like your team. We love Joe Quenneville. Get a fucking hit. Everybody's chirping you. They're all fucking chirping you. No, don't give him any until he deserves it. Fuck that.
Give him one.
I was crushing guys left and right in St. Louis, and I look at the stat sheet, and I'm like, God damn it, I didn't get one. That's why I'm talking about that. Like, I was grokking guys, and they'd give me 0, and I'm like, that's all I have.
Did you see where somebody said that a college team could beat an NHL team?
God,
did you see that?
No, I did not see it. I don't look at stupid things, Andy.
And it was that a college team, and then
a college team
could beat like the best college teams could beat some NHL teams.
Stupid people. You're stupid is what that is.
But I think he changed it and said, I meant to say some college teams could go toe-to-toe with NHL teams.
If your goalie is a freak and finds a way to get hot,
dude.
Sure.
Cam, stop.
Look, what are we doing then?
They couldn't go toe-to-toe with an American League team.
Stupid. The college team.
I like college hockey as much as anybody else.
Can we go to the American League first and then go toe-to-toe? That might be a different story. You get a shitty American League team that has guys all over the place, but the guys that are all over the place in those American League teams were D1 hockey players.
Yeah,
that's where you don't get. Good, Andy. Who said that?
I watched Michigan and Wisconsin play against each other. They're both Frozen 14. I saw 2 games live this year. I watched them play, and I loved it. Great atmosphere, and it was fine. But who's the worst? You put the Chicago Blackhawks or the Calgary Flames on that ice, or the Vancouver Canucks?
Stop it.
Are you kidding me?
Stop it. How about the Hershey Bears? Let's start there. We'll go from there. Maybe that could be something different. Maybe it could. Maybe because those Hershey Bears have been playing 3-3 on the weekends, they're taking a bus, they're not flying private, and you get them on a fucking weird weekend and you fucking go toe-to-toe, it could be a good game. You're damn right it could. You go against Connor Bedard in Chicago? Are you out of your damn mind? Who said that, Andy? Who said it?
I don't remember.
Yeah, you do. You don't want me to get... Yeah, you do.
I don't want to call him out and throw him under the bus.
All right, I know. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I don't want.
And he does a good job.
All right. I'm not saying
that isn't my point in bringing this up.
My
point
know what's
is,
going to
it's
happen
been
when
a
you say that.
big discussion point.
Where?
All over Instagram stuff.
I'm all over Instagram all day.
I don't know how you missed this one.
You didn't know when Chuck Norris died, you donkey. You didn't.
I hadn't heard it.
I am everywhere. Maybe because I looked at it and I said, "Go fuck yourself." Just like
I was on a business trip.
Just like what you did with Chuck Norris. Like you look at those things because you never grew up with being. You don't like American shit kickers, which that's all I grew up watching. Yeah. Those kind of shit. And you're like, oh, get away from me. Maybe I read that thing and I said, get out of here. You're useless to me.
I was on a business trip.
Working hard.
Like I am right now.
It's really tough. It's really, really tough. It's really tough.
Today's a day off, though.
Just remember when I started doing that and Andy threatened to go to Idaho.
Idaho. I'm going to transfer.
Andy said, I'm quitting the podcast. This is going to be a disaster. And I'm leaving for Idaho. Mm-hmm. I go, okay.
Who said Idaho?
You did.
I said I'm going to move there.
You said you're going to move. You go, I'm going to rent my house out. I'm going to move to Gaza, I think.
That's awesome. Hey,
can I give Olivier a shout out? That was an unbelievable fight. Who did he fight the other night? Matthew Olivier. Good God. Toe to toe. Whatever that was. Who was that kid from fucking Ottawa or something? Jesus Christ.
Do you think Max Domi could just be an enforcer?
Yeah, he could beat guys up if he wanted to. Oh, yeah.
I saw Reaver last night, dude.
He was up top doing play-by-play, I thought.
Oh, was he? For who?
For San Jose.
He was their play-by-play guy.
He was in a broadcast booth.
Oh, good for him, man.
Yeah.
Him and Nick Leddy. Celebrini, by the way, give him a shout out.
Oh, my God.
Gets to 100 points. He's actually over 100.
He's awesome, Andy.
The sixth teenager in NHL history to accomplish that. And now he's up to 38 goals. So he's going to end up with probably 42, 43 goals, maybe 45 goals.
Did you talk to him?
Get there. I didn't talk to him
You
afterwards.
You didn't see it? Well,
damn, it was like a weird game, dude. And you know how it is.
Yeah.
The way they lost is it's just
brutal.
heartbreaking.
Yeah.
They've had a number of losses like this season, the Blues have, where they've had big time leads, which they didn't have last night, but they have. And then to see the lead evaporate and lose those type of games, like in Detroit, like in Nashville. You look at a late game loss in Philadelphia earlier this season. There's been other ones too. The Dallas Stars ones where they lost in the final minute and then a couple of occasions within a matter of days. So then last night, we're doing our post-game show and I was like, we probably should get this go pretty quick because we're going to have to get on that bus. They're going to get out of here very, very fast.
And don't be the last ones on the bus.
No,
everybody's waiting for you. You know.
No, I would never.
I know. But sometimes
I'm early with that, man.
No, but sometimes you're like, let's go. Because Monty, everybody's on the bus. Oh, yeah.
So,
I know what you mean.
So there's not always that much. When you do the post-game show, there's not that much time to go talk to guys on the other team. But Nick Leddy and Ryan Reeves, in a setup in San Jose, they park outside. It's right by the bus.
Yeah,
so everybody was hanging out there.
Oh, that's cool.
So it's good to see those guys.
Reaver's going to do what he wants, and we love him. And we love Nick Leddy. He was cool as shit, too.
He was cool as shit, too.
Nicest guy. I like nice people.
Yeah,
it's like when you're normal and nice. I don't know. I just like that.
Yeah.
It was good to see a big George Peros. Fucking.
I know.
Oh, I love him, man. He's looking
I like George too,
He
man.
is so funny, dude. He just played, but he knows I'm kind of looking at him. He's just looking at me he's the nicest guy in the world. He really,
very smart,
big
very smart.
George Peros. I go,
what?
I'm always going to stick up for you, homie. He's like, no, you don't have to do that. I go, well, against the psychopaths that really hate you because they're psycho. That's what I meant. But he's like, no, Cam, if I fuck up, fucking tell me. If you think I fucked up, tell me.
Yeah.
And I go, I didn't mean I go, I will, but I didn't mean it more like the psychos that kind of want you dead kind of thing. You know, the weirdos. Oh my God.
Don't say it like that.
They're psychotic.
You're so aggressive in how you said that.
Well, because it's true. They're I'm not saying they're psychos.
Okay, so what's the bigger effect on the team?
What?
The general manager gets fired with 8 games to go or whatever, or the coach?
Oh, the coach by a mile.
By a mile.
Like the players don't even.
Yeah, but why is Toronto firing their general manager now? Like, why not wait 2 weeks?
Because they want to go to the grocery store and pick out the perfect coach, and they haven't got there yet, maybe, and they just want to just ride out.
The coach or the general manager?
Toronto thinks that they need the perfect coach for this team to succeed, which I think is ridiculous.
Are they creating it in a lab? They're going to be the first team that has AI coach the team.
It's like they're going to pick out all these different parts at a grocery store, put it together, and then put it in a machine, and they put it all together, and then you have a perfect coach, and then now this team's going to be successful. That's how they're explaining things up in Toronto, and I'm like, what? What? You have to beg your players to fight a guy that needs your best player in the oh God.
It's like a Build-A-Bear. We're going to go to a Build-A-Bear. We're going to make the coach.
There it is, Andy. A Build-A-Bear. What do we do? Okay, we need this on here and then put this.
Let's have him look like this. We're going to
What the fuck
big
is that?
fuzzy ears here.
We're
going to give him some hair.
He's going to be inclusive. Who knows what they would build.
No, they're going to have the first like AI coach. Like a robot back there.
It's going to be, we don't know if it's a man. It could be a woman. We don't know. We haven't. Jesus.
It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. It doesn't, because they're the same. It's going to be non-binary. Anyway. We're joking. We're joking. Kind of. A lot of weird stuff.
His dad created
weird,
Boston
Andy.
Pizza.
Oh, God. He's a wealthy son of a bitch.
Oh, hell yeah.
Jesus. Did he really? That's interesting.
Yeah, they're like billionaires.
Boston Pizza's fucking all over the place. Pretty consistent, I guess, right? It's got like turkey and stuff in there, too.
Is it?
Is it just pizza? I thought it was like...
Let's find out.
I'm thinking of Boston Market.
Let's find out. Yeah, Boston Pizza, which is a massive chain in Canada.
Yeah. I was thinking of Boston Market. Never mind.
Let's see the net worth.
I bet you it's tons.
Let's see. Total franchise sales, 931 million in 2024 with a net income of 31.9 million. The company operates... Okay, so founder Jim Treeliving. Personal net worth is estimated to be approximately 700 million.
And they don't even know what else he's got going on with that bullshit. So anytime you look up somebody's net worth, unless it's small, like if you look up my net worth, we've done this on the radio.
What
before,
does it say?
It says like 7 million.
It does?
Where's the camera? Or 4, whatever it is. Something like that, or 2 million, some millions. And I'm like, no. But if you look up a really wealthy guy, it devalues them more than you think, in my opinion. What's it say, Andy?
It doesn't even have your net worth.
We did this
earned.
We did this on the radio.
Did you earn over $3 million?
There it is. Yeah. Okay. 3. Yeah.
And what'd you do with it?
Well,
see, you know what? You're making less than what the minimum is now. Like if the minimum was 900 when you played,
it'd be great.
That's a good for a guy who may only be in the league for whatever. If a guy's in the league for 4, 5, 6 years and you make $950 a year, that's pretty good money.
Pretty good money. You could do stuff with that. Although everything's getting more expensive too. But I will say this, like going through different things, if you need to buy something in this town or whatnot, like we got it pretty good, Andy. Like, yeah, maybe I spent too much money and I got to regroup and figure things out. And we have to do stuff like this, but we get treated good here, dude. Like we just do. Everybody knows who you are. Like you're nice to people. People take care of you, dude. It's a good feeling. It really, really is. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. I spent a lot of money, dude. I did on stupid stuff. But I look at everything right now, I'm like, I'm happy. Kate and I live a good life. Shit, we're good. You live a good life. Fucking Andy goes out of town, and Lori's like, I gotta go out of town. They both go out of town at the same time. Just go out of town, out of town, out of town, out of town. You need to calm down on that.
What do you make out of
what?
Doug Armstrong's name?
His name?
Everywhere. in regards to these
to
Toronto
yeah.
rumors. You're not seeing that?
Yeah, I see that.
Everywhere.
I do see that, yeah. There's a lot of things that you see, Andy, that
what do you make out of it? Give me your opinion.
I would say he's young. He's got energy. If I'm Doug Armstrong, I'm like, yeah, I'll go there. If anybody can handle anything in Toronto, he can. Although Craig Berube can handle anything too, and it's not an easy ride for him right
like,
now.
From a hockey standpoint, are they set up to win right now?
No. You're gonna have to work to do. I don't think he looks at it. I think he's like, I'm gonna do as much as I can to get a championship there. But I'm the Toronto Maple Leafs general manager. Like, I'm gonna ride this out for 5 years. I might take a beating from the fans. In fact, I will. But if this works out, it could be the best thing ever, besides what happened to me 6 years before this.
But I don't.
It's gonna wear you out.
I don't get the sense right now the timing works out for him at all, in my opinion, based on this transition with Alexander Steen taking over. Doug Armstrong was just on my other podcast that I do.
Yeah, that you tweet about more.
And he was saying like how important of an offseason this is. They have 3 first-round picks, and he is going to be the guy in charge at the draft. And he's taking charge. And he basically said that Alexander Steen is still going to be a learning experience for him the next couple of years. He's been around here the last couple of years. But Doug says, listen, I was an assistant GM for 10 years.
Yeah, he was.
And I was never going to be any more ready than he was at that time. But he still had a lot to learn.
Yeah.
And so, Steener hasn't been in a situation yet where he's going to GM meetings and he's scouting meetings. He's in on all those. I'm sure he's in on a lot of meetings. And listen, he's going to be able to pick things up very, very quickly. I don't want to make it sound like it's way too difficult, and like he'll be able to adjust pretty quickly. But at the same time, this was like the succession plan for the organization, right? So the idea was for Doug Armstrong to be there when Alexander Steen transitions into becoming a general manager and still be the president of hockey, to make sure everything runs accordingly and to really help Steener adjust to taking on this massive role of running an NHL team.
Okay.
And having Army be there. So I would say this. I think if there's anybody from MLSE that's talking to Doug Armstrong right now, that would be considered tampering. He does have a contract, and I believe the Blues fully expect him to be here when this transition takes place in July with Alexander Steen taking over. Like, I think Army and the rest of the Blues understand this is a massive offseason for the Blues. Cam, I mean, massive offseason.
Gigantic.
In my opinion, based on my own observation and my own evaluation and talking to Army, like, he's fully focused on the St. Louis Blues right now, and this draft, and this offseason. And so part of it is like, okay, Doug Armstrong, I'm sure there would be some interest from Toronto. He's Hockey Canada. He's had a lot of success. He's widely regarded as one of the best in the industry, and he has for a long time. But at the same time, it feels a little bit manufactured. A little manufactured to just throw his name out there, right? And it's easy to do that because you say, okay, well, he's transitioning from the general manager of the St. Louis Blues into a more of a president's role, even though he's been the president too. And so therefore he's just handing the baton off to Alexander Steen. But I don't think it's going to work like that here in the short term, at least in the first couple of years. And if I'm a Blues fan, I wouldn't get completely charged up on this. Now we'll see where it goes, Cam, but that's the impression, that's the feeling I get as we sit today.
So when you asked me that question, because I agree with everything you just said, I didn't look at the question the right way when you asked me that, because I feel like you asked me that question to set up your answer to go through that diatribe that you just did, which I agree 1,000% on what you just said. My point was, would he work in Toronto? And I'm like, eventually, if they hire him, he would be able. I think he would take that role and he would be okay. Next year is different. Next, whatever, and I don't know what Toronto's going to do, but I'm saying eventually, yeah, like Doug could be a.
Well, why do you think I'm talking about
I don't
5
know.
years from now?
No.
They just fired their general manager yesterday.
know. I fucked that up. I didn't mean it like that. No, you're 100% right.
I think they built this succession plan for a reason, Cam.
I think you're right.
To help Alexander Steen transition into becoming a GM.
Yep.
First thing, I think that would put the Blues in a not a. When I say bad spot, I don't mean from the standpoint that Alexander Steen can't do the job.
No.
But this was the plan, and
you don't want to.
I think Doug Armstrong helped orchestrate that plan, and so
I agree with you, dude.
It's almost unfair to him that all this is out there because it makes it sound as if he's fishing and he wants the job, where in reality, I think he is 1,000% focused on his position here with the St. Louis Blues and this critical offseason that is upon us in a matter of weeks.
So like you built all this up and you're taking care of Steiner, like this is what we're doing. And all of a sudden, like, I got to take this. See you later real quick.
See you, Steiner.
Boom.
No, I don't see that.
I don't see it. You're right. Sorry, I fucked that up. My bad.
Just the way he was talking on my other podcast.
I know. I'm going to listen to it because I'm surprised you even asked me. I
haven't. You didn't listen to it?
I was dude. I had to get a new vehicle, and it was a pain in the ass. And then my other truck.
The color. I don't like the color.
You haven't seen it yet, you donkey. Listen, it's shit kicking military style, and it's going to be me.
That would be green. That would be green.
No, this is different.
You're talking like Desert Storm.
You need to chill.
Desert Storm beige.
You don't know shit when it comes to military. So sit this one out. When you want to call me out on the Doug Armstrong thing, I just fucked that up. You're 100% right.
I can't believe you said that. I was like,
say?
Oh my God.
Would I
even
really
saying that?
Well, no.
Oh, you're like 100% he should go. He should take it.
Well, I said
I'm like, what?
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, God. I didn't listen to the question.
You won't be seeing Cam on the Jumbotron anytime soon.
Well, Biz embarrassed me the other night.
Oh my God. Can you help me?
Mother of God.
Can I get into your feelings, as John Cooper said to the referee the other day?
No, yes, I like that too, by the way. Good.
Everyone has
feelings. I got feelings too, damn it. I got feelings too. Biz got me.
Were you upset?
No, I was just like, God, I'm not used to getting chirped like that. He's fucking chirping my hair, and he's chirping like my breath.
He said you smell like booze?
No, he said you need to tic-tac. Your breath smells like that. I'm like, Jesus. And Danita's like, no, Biz, it's your breath. She stuck up for me. I'm like, whoa, I needed that real quick. I'm like, he's coming at me 100 miles an hour. On the jumbo, people are like, what the fuck is going on up there? He bashing me pretty good. And I was like, yeah.
I loved having Biz here in town. Dude.
Yeah, he's great.
The hard part was, like, we hung up. I got to see him for a little bit after your guys' game, but we left, I think, around midnight or so. But there's a lot of people around. The night of the game, it looked like you guys were all having a good time, man. But I was working all night long, so it would have been nice to.
Oh, we had a good time. We were chilling. Me, Uppy, him, bunch of guys were up in the alumni box. We're sitting there watching the game, shooting the shit, bullshitting, having fun.
Nasher's the best, dude.
Nasher, too. Goddamn. And Maddie, too. I'll give Nasher's daughter, who runs the alumni, a
Hell
shout
yeah,
out.
dude.
But it was hilarious. But when you go with Biz like that, like, you got to understand, like, he's going to dig into you hard, and you got to be expecting that. Like, he has already processed it. I was just going to chirp him for ducking me because he didn't bring his equipment. Mm-hmm. But he started fucking getting me bad. I'm like, God damn. I got to regroup. How can I chirp him real quick? So I had to counterattack Andy.
I had him on TV too, and he knows how to
Did he chirp me on there too?
Oh yeah, he picked up your spit bottle.
Ay. Fuck. God. Did you stick up for me? No, you don't do that. You just don't do that. Funny how that works, because anywhere I go, when you get chirped a little bit, I fucking stick up for you. Just so you know. Just so you know. Just remember.
He dropped Nashcast and Spit and Chicklets in the interview.
and didn't bring up.
Actually, I brought up Spittin' Chicklets because it was originated here in St. Louis during their PTO. That's where it was born.
Yeah.
And listen, I'm not afraid to say that. We love Spittin' Chicklets.
God, yeah. We
if
love
there
all
was
them.
no Spittin' Chicklets, we probably wouldn't even be doing this right now.
No shit.
So, I was like, dude, you drop Nashcast. I bring up Spittin' Chicklets. You don't even like
I know.
bring us up. He's like, oh, I just thought I figured everybody watching already knows.
Oh, shut up.
He was great though. Great in the interview. Very entertaining. It's funny.
I just wish we could do this way more often with everybody coming to St. Louis. Like Chaser does a good job of getting these guys together, man. It is what it is. We're always involved. We always have such a good time. Fuck, if you walk in that locker room, man, during one of these events and your hair is a little goofy or you got a goofy fucking shirt on, the boys are going to be all over you and it's goddamn hilarious. But at the end, everybody's just fun and we love each other and we stick up for each other and it's a cool thing.
Cam, I had a viral moment on social media too. Did you see that?
Well, it's funny that Andy thinks he goes viral when he interviews Joe Buck, who everybody's paying attention to. And then Joe Buck has the viral moment. But then Andy, as a interviewer, which most of them think that they're part of that anyway, which they're not, thinks that he's the one that went viral. No one's like Andy went viral. They're like Joe Buck went viral because it's Joe Buck that was saying the funny viral things.
Yeah, but what if I didn't say
Joe Buck?
Call it for us,
Joe Buck still did that. That's why it went viral.
What
they
if
were
I
like
didn't...
Andy went viral? No, Joe Buck did.
Didn't the caption say
Joe Buck did?
Okay, listen. What is it again?
I mean,
what is it again?
Joe Buck went viral.
Hey, what if I just would have, like, if I was interviewing like a basketball coach,
some bitch,
or a parent, for example? Although it has happened before, where we went viral when Jake Neighbor's dad
define
was being
viral.
And
millions.
Oh yeah, millions.
Oh, trillions, actually, I think.
No, millions of views.
Trillions.
Are you seeing how many views are on this?
Uh-uh.
Well, look it up, dude.
God, trillions? Got
millions.
Billions? Oh.
I don't think any of these viral clips that you see online ever get into billions.
Trillions.
They don't get into trillions either. So let me know what the stats say now.
Okay.
But what if I would have just said, oops, Blues score cursed. We'll send it back to you and then we'll talk
61,000 views on the Blues thing.
No, on Instagram. I don't look at Twitter. Twitter isn't even like a...
I got like, it's so embarrassing.
Just tell me what it is.
I went viral.
Tell me what it is.
What do I look at? What do I look at? The Blues?
Instagram. Go to the Blues website. Our Blues account.
Man. Oh, quadrillions. Holy shit. Billions. No, 175. No. Yeah, nothing.
Nothing.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. It's not on their Instagram account.
Yeah, it is. It's right there in the middle. Let's see here. So this is showing. I don't know how you see the.
Yeah, I don't know. Is it
the views?
We'll just act like you got a billion. It's all good, man. If it makes it feel good, then that's good.
Jesus.
That
was the most demeaning thing you ever said.
Well, like, it kind of is that way. Like, I went viral. What does that mean? Okay, I got millions. Okay, what do you mean? Like that happens here and there. Like, fuck. Joe Buck's a big guy. Like, he's gonna go viral if something happens. It's all good. You look good. You did the right thing.
Joe, call it for us.
That was good. I'm not chirping.
That's the viral moment.
I'm
that
not
happen if we don't get there.
Oh, you did the right thing there. You're right. What am I talking about?
How dare you?
How dare I? Epstein was in that Shutters. Just so you know.
In my room?
Maybe.
Oh.
He would have got you.
Oh my God, dude. Don't ever say that. You know, the Real Housewives just had their reunion show here.
No shit. No shit. Fucking. Why isn't fly Lori up? Fly.
Like you did, Kate.
I'll never do that again.
So don't chirp like that. When you did it.
I told you not to do it. It was a little too much. It was a little too much. When I flew Kate, we were there for 6 days. Jamie Rivers brought his girl up to Ashley, who's an awesome chick. And they had a good time, but I ain't doing that again. Nope. You're just around, everybody's a value. You're fucking there for business, okay? It's not a resort to have fun. And we had a good time, but I won't do it again.
Okay.
Andy will, though. Lori's probably freaking out right now. Send her to Hawaii real quick.
Without me. With the kids?
With the kids. It's cheap. Go to... Lori's like, I need to go to New Zealand. Now.
Mm-hmm. That's too long. You know, a friend of mine, two of my friends and their families invited my family to come with them to Japan.
We heard this story already.
No, I haven't.
You're starting to repeat things. We already did enough with
No,
today.
I told you on the phone.
We did enough today.
Cam was like, Army should go.
Yeah, that was stupid on my part.
My God.
I admit I fucked that up. Don't even delete that. I don't care. I didn't know. I was just thinking like Berube. I'm like, yeah, Berube. I don't know. My bad. No, you're right. You were 100% right. And I fucking admit that. That was a stupid take by me. So.
How dumb was that take by you?
That dumb. Yeah. I admit things.
Hey, I got to give a shout out to the Oklahoma boys. Give them a shout out, Cam, because they were in town.
What's up, dudes? What's going on? Them tornadoes going to be coming your way. Yeah.
You don't know shit.
About what?
Tornadoes, they tell me that. Because they're very experienced. When you live in Oklahoma...
Don't play. See, now listen, now they're not going to like you. Because now you're pitting them against me and them. And they're going to be like, fuck you, Andy. Because they're going to be on my side no matter what.
No.
Like, no, we're going to
They know what's up. They know what's up.
With what?
The weather. And the forecast and the jet streams.
You're pitting them against me, and they're not going to like you for that. They know that. We know the weather. Be on top
of your game. Be on your game.
I've called everything.
When it comes to the weather.
I've called everything. Everything I've said has been true.
Do you know there's a weatherman that's there now? He's like super popular. He's like an entertainer. That'd be a great job.
That's tough, dude.
What does he call it? Like the magic tail or something, you know?
It's a tough job. Real quick, because you're starting to veer off into Boringville. Real quick before we get into our live reads, Tiger Woods, man, baby, he's fucked up. I think he's on Ambien. I think he's on painkillers and Ambien. He doesn't like to sleep. He's an insomniac, and I think he eats painkillers and he stays up on different pills and he doesn't drink. And he's up and he's like bored and he gets in his car and he drives around, which is so fucking dangerous, man.
Stop speculating.
I'm putting things together, which I read.
Any similarities to what we saw with Justin Timberlake?
He was wasted.
I love what Timberlake said when they. Did you watch any of the videos when he was like in jail and stuff?
No, yeah, he was actually pretty cool. I thought
he was cool about it, but he was joking when they filled out his information. He said, "Okay." The cop was like, "Hey, you got to sign this. Make sure all the information is accurate." So they hand him the clipboard, and he's looking at it. He's like, "White? You said I'm white."
I didn't see that part. What does that mean?
All the cops were laughing.
Was he joking about it?
Yes.
Oh, then that's cool.
He was being funny.
Oh, okay. I like that. The thing is, he'll fucking go on a rant probably about virtue signal stuff, but in reality, he's not that way. That's usually the case with all these celebrities.
Mm-hmm.
He'd be like, if somebody said, "How dare you bring," he would probably retweet it and be like, that's disrespectful. But yet he does it, which I like. I don't know, it's all good. Let's go. Let's go.
What do you think of Lou? What should people expect in this conversation?
I think Lou's Lou, and he's actually hilarious, just so you know. Lou Lamoriello is a funny man. He's very witty. He's been through so many different things. He chirped Andy at the end, which I thought was goddamn hilarious. Chirps me at the beginning. He sets the tone. He sets the tone right off the bat. And you're like, goddamn. You sit back. You're like, okay, let's go. You watch what you say. Andy asks him, like, hey, I know you're on the board with the Yankees. Are you calling strikes and balls? And he goes, no, Andy. And Cam knows that you're wrong on this. And he kind of put you in your spot a little bit there. And at the end, it was funny, too, because you're like, Lou chirped me. He's like, Cam, you were partying or whatever it was. And he's like, I had to keep an eye on you. And then Andy's just like, you do have to keep an eye on Cam. And then he looks at you and goes, no, Andy, Cam needs to keep an eye on you. Oh, God, that got me. Man, you're like, Cam, I know exactly what you were doing, and he put you downtown Chinatown. Sit down and think about it. Think about that.
I am so tired from my business trip right now.
Cam, you need to keep it on. Okay, God.
It's
so
with that
disrespectful.
Impersonation.
No, you're sitting right
no
here.
one does that.
You
no one
did
talks
that.
like
You're
that.
like, yeah, you do got to keep it on him. I'm like, you motherfucker. And then he called you out, and I'm like, son of a bitch. You can't. He brought me. No. You're my fucking teammate.
That.
You're on my team. You're my teammate. And he brought me down, and you could have just been like, well, Cam works his ass off here. He's never late. Like, Cam fucking brings the heat. Like, he does his research. Although I was fucked up on Army today. No big deal. I admit it. I messed that up. But you could have gave me a compliment there, but you never do. And you double down like, yeah, like I'm a scumbag. You got to watch out for him, peasant. Like, might as well kick me in my face. And he knew what you were doing, and he put you fucking down. And I love that part.
He smiled when he said it, and he laughed.
And his eyes are looking at you.
No one makes him laugh.
But
us.
I know. One time, Andy, before the 2013 campaign, in the locker room, he brings everybody in, and he brings up a picture of me making out with a girl on the internet. And he hands it to everybody. He's like,
Picture of you?
Yes. At a bar with Johnny Oduya, with two Asian girls and a blonde girl on top of me like this, like, ugh. And he takes it. I'm like, what the fuck is this?
How did he see the picture?
It was on the internet. Somebody must have printed it out. He wanted to make a statement, and there's something on there. And he's like, here. And he puts it, and then I'm like, am I getting cut? Am I already fucked? And everybody's like, what the fuck is this? And he starts laughing. He's like, don't be like that. And he kind of winked at me and tapped me on the shoulder. I'm like, okay. It's just one of those things. I'm like, Jesus Christ. It actually made me look good because it was actually a good picture.
Oh, my God.
I know. It was,
so in front of the whole team?
Yeah.
Cool, man.
I know. That probably happened to you a bunch of times. You at the club getting pictures taken with you with girls. It must have happened a ton.
How dare you ruin my viral moment?
I know.
I went viral, and you try to tear it down.
Andy, anytime he has to repost everything. So funny.
What do you mean? What did I repost?
Anything, you got to repost it. You're like, check this out. I went viral. So funny.
That's okay. Well, you got to keep your social media going, dude. You know?
Yeah, I know.
Got to keep it going.
I guess.
I wish you knew a thing or two about that.
You would hate me for that, and you know it. If I was a social media, you would fucking hate it.
Oh, my. Well, some people just don't know how to do it, and they're very annoying out there.
I don't know how to do it. So do you want to be annoying?
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. You don't know how to do it, so.
Do you?
If you did know how to do it. No, I mean, I'm not like.
What are you doing?
Not
what are you doing? Like, are you doing anything different? Like, do you want?
Not great at it.
You want me to call GMs and be like, "Here's my source." Like, you want me to do that? You want me to give opinions every day about stuff? Like, you want me to be that way? You want me to get political?
You want me to do that?
You want me to post every single thing Kate and I do? You want to post everything cool thing that we do? You want me to post my truck?
I want you to be like,
what do you want me to fucking do?
All right, guys, here what's up. I know you're feeling down.
Okay, here it is. You know, like, what do you want me to do? Want me to get religious? Want me to bring up Jesus Christ? And
whatever.
How I invited him into my fucking heart back in the day. Okay? I did. And it made me feel good. You want me to post that? Like, what do you want me to do?
Lou's listening to you right now, so just
like, what do you want me to do, social media wise? I'm just curious. Want me to just be an ad?
Oh, you should have given your reaction.
Want me to be an ad and just be a fucking ad boy all day and post different things? So then no one even, like, it's all like, everybody's like, Jesus Christ, get out of here.
You should have.
What do you want me to do?
Reacted to Max Domi on there.
Yeah, but I did on, if somebody will have me on. I don't know. What are you doing? You should have reacted to Max Domi. Okay. That would have helped our podcast.
Anything else going on around the world or anything that's...
Yeah.
Oh, Tiger.
There's a lot going on.
What makes you think he's on Ambien, dude? That's like a terrible analysis.
Okay.
Because he's tired?
No, because I know what the fuck happens to you on
Dude,
Ambien.
he flips cars like crazy.
Because have you ever taken Ambien and stayed up on it? Have you ever been in anything with anything? Have you ever had an Ambien party with your buddies? Have you had any... When you're on fucking Ambien and you stay awake...
Ambien makes you go to sleep.
No!
Yes.
This is your ignorance, dummy. If you stay awake on Ambien, you get into trip mode, meaning it keeps you awake and you do crazy stuff. I told stories back in the day when I used to take Ambien and stay awake, and I wake up passed out in my fucking fridge. My fridge would be fucking pulled down and shit would be, I'd be eating different things. My car would be parked in a different, that's what it does. You go into hallucinations. And so when you're on Ambien and painkillers and you combine that without drinking, you get into fucked up mode and you need to go do something. And you're like sleepwalking.
I gotcha.
You don't have anything. Like, that's why you don't know. Like, you just...
I gotcha.
Like, you got me on the Army thing. Like, I get that. And I fucked that up. Because I kind of fucked that up. I had a long morning and I'm bad. My bad on that. And I admit to it, but... Like, you don't tell me I don't know what Ambien is. I got addicted to all that stuff. And a lot of guys out there, and I'm looking in the camera right now, that played, got addicted to it too. Ambien was gigantic in 2005 through on. Like, we got addicted to it. So,
I took Ambien one time on my flight on my way to France.
Here we go. Now he's taking over. Tell us about it, Andy.
Fuck, you slept.
Yeah, well, you tried to. When you don't try to, it's different. Just so you know.
All right, so Lou Lamoriello, man, looking forward to this. Anything else happening around the world, though? Tell me something else.
No, we don't need to get into that.
No, just what's going on.
We have Lou. No, we have Lou on.
Anything else that's happening?
We'll talk about that next week.
Anything catch your attention that we didn't get into? Well, I'm just curious.
That's a good. I think. Hold on, let me look.
Even hockey wise, dude. What do you got?
I know. I think. Olivia Tiger Blue Schaefer. Oh, happy Easter, everybody. Just so you know.
Oh, yeah.
I know.
That's a great holiday.
I love it so much. I'm going to have so much food at my house. The girls are going to come over, my little nieces. I'm going to give them fucking cash, baby. And they're going to have to find those eggs. I love it so much. In the eggs.
Save your money.
You worry about you. Where's
you
Lori?
Save your money.
Is Lori in Bahamas right now? Are you, like what are you doing? Is there something
Save your money.
Andy, never seen his wallet, but goddamn, he spends money.
Cannabis Trick is brought to you by Stiefel, where success meets success.
Let's go. Let's go.
Cam, I've got so many I wish I could just bring all my First Form products over here.
I got some.
I've got so much stuff. Hang on, let me just show you. Hang on one sec. Talk about First Form.
First Form is unbelievable, by the way. I take my greens in the morning. Kate makes me a protein shake with my protein with the creatine. And I take my collagen with my coffee in the morning. Then I take my vitamins. So Kate puts the reds in with my creatine and my protein as a protein shake. But I take my greens in the morning. So I buy the greens, guys. They're in little packets. And I put them in water like this. And I go, I go, and God, is it not good tasting. But I feel damn good afterwards. Do I have to shit right afterwards? Yeah, damn right. That's why I get up early. I take the greens, get that done. Boom. Eat a little something, then take my vitamins from there. I got my collagen in my coffee. I got my protein, and I got my creatine in my protein shake. And, of course, we got the First Form energy drinks, too. And I got my son of a bitch. What'd I tell you? I got my goddamn... See, that's what I want you to do. Don't spend money on stupid shit. And he's buying fucking guys shots every goddamn night. Help. Can I be your friend? I'm spending money and then I got to like worry about it to be your friend. Don't do that. Eat these bad boys instead. Eat these. Don't spend money.
Okay, so listen, I've got my, these are actually, this is a great little segment we can do because these are Andy's favorites. Stricky's favorites. Stricky's faves.
Go.
What do you want to call it? Okay, look, Power Bar. This is chocolate brownie. This is, in my opinion, the best one that they have. It's got like melted chocolate chips on the inside. It tastes like a brownie. It's absolutely incredible. So get those. And I switched it up a couple of times, Cam, with the protein sticks. But my favorite one right now is the breakfast sausage.
Sausage, a little spicy.
It is, but it's
little
really
spicy.
got some great flavor to it.
I like the beef and cheddar.
And the sharp cheddar, which is
Sharp.
fantastic.
Yeah, that's it.
I've got some jalapeno cheddar, which is actually my favorite. You got to be careful. Sometimes those are sold out right now. This is a new flavor, though, Cam. Have you seen the new energy drink, the Paradise Punch?
Oh, God. That thing will get you going, boy.
Dude.
Get you going.
I brought one for every day on the trip. So
that's what you're supposed to do.
Two there. And so my backpack was so heavy. They're like, why is it so heavy? I'm like, because I got all my First Form energy drinks. Because I have one of these a day. One a day.
What time?
Usually around 2 o'clock or so. Sparks hockey, baby.
Oh, yeah.
Don't let Seth.
Fuck, I tell you what, man. There's a couple of guys that had bad skates. They had a guy sharpen the skates over, but a couple of guys like, fuck, I stepped on a screw. And they just put it right on the sparks.
They don't do it, man. You just got to have a spark.
Andy,
it's so convenient.
They
it's
saved
so
a couple, like you're traveling there to do this tournament. You're raising money for cancer. Like, get your fucking skates right. And he stepped on a screw, and they put it on the sparks in 2 seconds. Boom, he's okay. So
yeah,
that's
get your skates right. Get your skates right.
Yeah.
Get your mind right.
Well, yeah.
But get your skates right. Sparks hockey, baby. Use the promo code Cam and Strick. It'll save you more money than
Black Friday or Cyber Monday. Get your mind right. It's so funny. My mind was right all goddamn day. I was partying all day. Guys are doing no. I'm not done.
No, you got ragdolled. You got ragdolled, and you embarrassed the brand.
That's kind of true.
So I'm not having that.
Not happy about that. You need to talk to fucking Mikey Weber right now.
I did.
What did he say?
I did.
You better fucking talk to him now. That son of a bitch. My daddy was in the stands. Kate's family was in the stands. He ragdolled me. Son of a bitch. God.
His fight card. He had some fights in the National Hockey League.
No, I love him. Love that kid. I do. God, he embarrassed me, though. Son of a bitch. Even Al McInnes is chirping. I got bit. Andy, that night, the next night when we were at the game with all the guys, I slept so hard that night because I got chirped by everybody. Ragdolled here, my hair over there, this, that, everybody chirps.
Yeah, I know.
I can't take it anymore.
We're in our Window World studios right now.
Hell yeah.
You are. I'm on a business trip, but I'll be back there next week.
Next week?
Actually. Yeah, next week. I'll be back. Tough loss for the Blues last night, though.
It was.
I don't know if they're going to make the play. They still could, dude. They're 4 points out. But when you lose with 21 seconds left, those are a little harder probably to turn the page on, but you have to.
Those are tough.
Window World. One of the 2 windows with the good housekeeping seal of approval. I love that. Third window of the St. Louis Blues and the official window of the Kansas City Chiefs.
Hell yeah.
What does that tell you?
They're locked in.
Lifetime warranty, covers all parts, glass breakage, and labor, baby.
Tornadoes.
Everything's covered forever. Do you know they use a double strength glass that gives us strength not commonly used in replacement windows?
That's when those birds hit your house too, man. Bam! Knock themselves out.
I will say this, because I love the fact that they're durable, but that's not even the most important thing to me, because I like the fact that they offer security, number one, beauty, but it'll save you money too with the energy efficiency.
Hell yeah, of course.
So that's so important. Owned and operated, managed by a group born and raised in St. Louis for over 23 years, Cam. I love that. Now offering 36 months, same as cash financing with approved credit. You might need that with all the cash you're giving away.
What am I giving away
Easter,
cash?
at
Oh,
Easter.
yeah, for the girls, yeah.
800 Get Windows for that free in-home estimate. Give them a call, 800 Get Windows. That's 800 Get Windows. Check them out online, www.windowworldstlouis.com or windowskansascity.com.
Hell yeah.
Window World.
Window World.
Blue No Roofing, baby. The storms are coming.
Are they? Oh, tell me about it, Andy.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me about it.
Well, I go to the Oklahoma boys were telling me what's going on with the
They chirping me?
potential storms.
So you're telling me the Oklahoma boys are listening to this they're chirping me?
I did. Who said
No,
that?
you said that. You said
No, I
I don't.
didn't.
No, you said that they said that I didn't know what I was talking about when it comes to
Oh,
weather.
did I say that?
You did, and you don't even know it. So now you're pitting me against them.
No, I'm not.
You need all these cats you can get that like
Yeah.
you. Now
Yeah.
you start pitting me against them. It's not good for
No,
you. It's not good
no,
business.
no,
You're
no.
a businessman. You're a businessman. You understand that, right?
Yeah.
Why would you
Oh,
do
yeah.
that?
They love your weather updates, dude.
I'm sure they like yours too.
Blue Note Roofing Camp, 314-920-5713.
Goddamn right.
David Novak. 314-920-5713. Call David Novak today.
My boy.
Let him give you that free estimate. Works with all the major insurance companies, baby.
My boy.
And you know bad weather is on the way. When you need roofing, when bad weather hits, hail damage, wind damage, call David Novak today. 314-920-5713. Get that free estimate from the one and only Blue Note Roofing, baby.
Shit kicking.
He is a shit kicker, dude. There's no denying that.
No doubt about it.
Spas and more, baby.
Oh, my girl,
Put
Angie.
the I
In spa. You're going to have a badass spa here soon, Andy.
I know it.
What are you going to do in there? Are you going to make sweet love to your wife? No, seriously. Are you going to make sweet love in that goddamn thing with the moonlight shining down and you jamming out the goddamn fish with you and lovely Lori? Are you...
Bitch.
Are you going to get down with it? Do not have another child. This might... If you do, I might be mad at you.
I thought about it after talking.
3 is enough. 3 is enough.
After talking to Joe Buck, because we went viral, obviously, and he's got
money.
I think they're 8 years old. They were playing in the intermission.
He's got money, a lot of it. 3
Spas
for
and
he's
more,
3
baby.
for 3. That is 100%.
3-generation family-owned and operated business, 2 locations, Ken. Master Spa is the largest and only true American-made manufacturer with no secondary factories in other countries. I love that.
I love that too.
American-made.
American shit kicking
Master
through and through.
Spas is not owned by a financial institution or corporate conglomerate.
Hell nah. Hell
messed
nah.
up. You messed up on Army.
Oh God. Fucking. Why do I mess up on everything?
Why would you do that?
I don't know what I was thinking.
You're like, yeah, of course.
Of course he can. He's gonna leave right now. What?
I was like, wait, you're surprising me with your answer.
I fucked that up. My bad.
Master Spas, trusted, reputable manufacturer with partnerships spreading across all forms of athletes, influencers,
That's you.
and families.
That's you, Andy. That's you.
I know.
They're talking about you. God
So
damn,
true.
you're going to have a shit kicker in your backyard. I got
So
2
true.
coming my way, baby. I got 2 saunas. I'm going to look goddamn sexy as fuck and feel goddamn good.
I can't wait,
I
dude.
can't wait either. Let's
Honestly.
go.
I can't wait.
It's coming
All
next
right,
week.
Easy Tiger. Get your mind right with Easy Tiger.
I always do. I like to get my mind right and jump in that sauna. I like to get my mind right and even play hockey. I like to get my mind right and come on this here podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I need to get my mind right
Dude.
to deal with you know who.
Easy Tiger, born in Arizona, but it's going to be all over the world, baby, all over the country very, very
Let's go.
soon.
Let's go.
Built with intention.
Son of a
Expanding
bitch.
fast, baby.
Let's go. Get that
It's gonna
fucking
be in a
mind
store
right.
near you, baby.
Get that mind right, baby.
Today's episode is brought to you by Easy Tiger, premium top shelf cannabis out of Arizona, and trust us, they don't play in the minor leagues. These are big leaguers.
Shit. Big boys. Dominating.
Grown for flavor, smooth smoke, and powerful effects.
what
No
I want.
shortcuts, no filler strains, only standout genetics.
That's what I want. That's what I want.
They got great merch too. We're gonna have some of that merch coming
Give
up
me
soon,
some.
too.
I'll
Clean,
wear it.
high-end, not your typical cannabis brand stuff. You know what I mean?
Hook me up. Can you make sure Andy doesn't keep everything you give him? Just so Easy Tiger, if you're listening, don't give me the things.
Yeah.
That's what helps. Give it to me. God damn.
Easy Tiger isn't just cannabis. It's what?
It's a life. It's a different life.
A lifestyle, dude.
Well, that's what I meant.
Yeah, it's a lifestyle.
Yeah, it's a lifestyle. Get your mind right. Feel good. Be happy around your...
You know, some like weed companies and like cannabis companies, they're really gimmicky and like it makes you not want to support their business. Easy Tiger's not like that, dude. They're confident and refined. It's like a real, like they're here to help people. You have sleep issues, pain issues.
Yeah, don't be like Tiger Woods. Smoke some weed. It'd be a lot easier.
Well, no, manage your pain and talk to a professional. Easy Tiger in terms of how he can help you.
He's trying to manage his pain, but he's eating pills and then it makes you want to drive.
I think you're 100% right.
Weed doesn't do that.
Tiger needs Easy Tiger.
No shit.
EasyTigerAZ.com. Tell him we sent you. Check it out. All right, let's get to Lou Lamoriello.
Let's go.
On this edition of the Cam and Strick Podcast, baby. Enjoy, Lou.
Love you, Lou.
The Cam and Strick Podcast is brought to you by First Form, baby. Use our link and do it today. www.firstform.com/camandstrick.
Get jacked now. They are the real deal.
Get that protein, check out the apparel, eat those bars, and drink those energy drinks. Firstform.com/camandstrick.
Yeah.
Now on to the interview. He didn't shave though for you, Lou.
No, because I think my face is gonna get ripped off. But I this is the first time I didn't wear a hat on the podcast, just for you.
Okay.
Yeah. See,
I'm used to excuses, not reasons.
Yeah, there you go.
There it is.
Welcome back into the show. Great to see you. We just hit record and we just go.
Yeah.
So, how are you? What have you been up to?
I'm great, thank you. First of all, for Cam, Chris told me that you were going to give me a call. I'm still waiting.
Well, we're talking now. That's how
okay, I guess that's the call, huh?
It was good to see him though the other night. Chris, I haven't seen him in a long time.
You know how fond he is of you, and he speaks highly of every time he crosses paths with you.
Yeah, it was good to see him, and it's good to see you live too, by the way, because last time it was only audio, so it's just it's nice to see you live, Lou. You look the exact same.
I don't know about that, but I feel good. That's the most important thing.
Lou, I'm gonna make sure he calls you.
I will.
He's got this doesn't count. This doesn't count for the phone call. So
we're looking at each other.
We'll make sure that phone call comes.
Yeah.
So are you at home or do you go into the office every day still? Because you're still doing stuff with the Islanders, correct?
No, I'm really not. I've got a separate office, but I'm still attached to the Islanders with the ownership. But I'm not involved with the hockey end of it. Matthew and I talk whenever he wants to talk. But I've done this long enough to know what the responsibilities of a general manager are and how you have to really let them be who they are. So that it doesn't bother me. And I'm into a lot of different things, enjoying it, certainly enjoying the grandchildren, and basically retired, but not coming into an office every day and still doing things. And here we are today talking. This is something different.
So how's that adjustment though? Because Doug Armstrong technically is in the final year of his GM responsibility, but he's still going to be president, and we'll see how that plays out with him and what he ends up doing. But I'm curious, when you kind of remove yourself from it, you've been doing this for so long, do you wake up at the beginning of the season missing it, or what's that adjustment like?
Well, there's no question there's an adjustment, with training camp. I wouldn't even want to think of how many years, I've gone to a training camp. But you adjust. I think the mind is the most important thing that you have, and you have to be able to adjust to anything. And I'm very fortunate. I've enjoyed everything I've done in the past. Been very lucky to be, associated with some great players. Have considerable success along the way, and nothing to look back on. Enjoying life right now in every different possible way.
So what are the different ways you're enjoying life, though, Lou? Besides the grandkids, Anything you're getting into that maybe you just haven't had time to in the past, 4 decades?
Well, I would say the first thing, because you never lose, the hockey part of it. I've enjoyed watching games and watching a lot of different teams and watching the new generation of players that have come in and how the game has changed from a different perspective. When you're in it with your own team, you're so focused on what you do. You're preparing, with the coach, for the next game, making plans and so forth. You almost have tunnel vision sometimes to the whole league, except if it affects you. Right now, you have an opportunity to tune in and watch any game and, see who's playing well. And this has been a very, very unique year. I mean, with the race that's going on with potential in the last 10 games here, it's just incredible. How important every game was, like watching, as recent as Detroit and Buffalo. I mean, yeah, you're watching playoff games right now, within the division. So that's something new and different. And I'm a little involved with a little bit earlier we're talking about with the college end of it. They've asked me to be on a committee with part of this NIL situation that we have in college sports. There's a commission that was put forward by the president, and he's asked some people to serve on this. So I've been spending some time with that. But there's a lot of things. I have 7 grandchildren, so they can keep you. They go from 22 to 1, so and 6 of them are girls. So there's some time that they might get that they've never gotten before. So there's a lot that takes up the day, and certainly the sleep is better. You're not waking up in the middle of the night as often as you might.
Hey, Lou, remind me of when you stepped away. Like, did you work through the draft? And if you didn't, like, how much pre-scouting were you doing last season, looking at potential high draft picks? And obviously, the Islanders bring in this Matthew Schaefer. You talk about these young next generation. I mean, when watching him prior to the Islanders taking him, I know he had an injury and stuff like that, so maybe there wasn't as much opportunity to watch him play live last season. But are you surprised with how quickly he's just becoming such a dominant player at the NHL level?
Well, first of all, I worked up until, Matthew was hired and, stayed on and was involved in everything with the scouting, with ownership and still involved with ownership. There was nothing negative about anything of the past or even going forward here. So I had the opportunity, certainly, of seeing what our scouts were, the knowledge of all the potential players coming in. And certainly Matthew was there. But I would like to meet the person who, after him not playing the year, said that he would be who he is today. I mean, he's just an incredible player and even a better human being. And everything and anything you read about him, it's true plus more. He's a generational player, and it's just great to have here, certainly, with the Islanders, but in the league. And, you go to Celebrini's and you can go on. There's a good half a dozen players that are potential superstars.
Do they look, you've been in the game a long time, but these new kids, and we've talked to so many different people on this podcast about their mentality's different. I feel like when they go into the locker room at 18, when you're 18 years old, even if you are a high pick, you're intimidated by all the older guys. They're like, no, kid, you got to earn your stripes. I feel like the mentality is a little bit different with some of these young kids. They're like, no, I'm ready right now. And I think the older guys kind of accept that maybe at a younger age.
Oh, I think so, Cam. I think the game has changed, even with the older guys. I mean, the older guys used to come to training camp to get in shape. Now they're in shape from day one. It's a different world right now, the way sports have gone to all sports, not only hockey. But the kids are more prepared mentally, as you said. For whatever reason that is. They're used to maybe the pressure in the limelight earlier of the expectations of them. And as we know, not all succeed. Not all succeed.
Hey, listen, We had Matty Martin on, and I'm just curious your thoughts on him. Like, how important of a role is he playing right now with a guy like Schaefer? He's been living with Schaefer, helping him adjust. He stays with the organization. You know, it's important to have guys like that around, isn't it?
Without question. And you're talking about, probably one of my favorite players. The way he played, Cam knows the type of, part of the game that he brought. I had Matty in Toronto, and certainly when I went to the Islanders, find a way to get him here. He's a tremendous human being, as well as the player he was, and he is the perfect fit to have as Schaefer as a billet, and the whole family, and the professionalism of the father-in-law. It's just great. I can't say enough how lucky Matthew Schaefer is to be with Matt Martin. And as far as his value to the organization, it's just going to grow and grow. He's played here, left a few years, came to Toronto, came back, is a fan favorite, but knows the game. He's a hockey person. I spent many hours with him speaking the game. He's a potential general manager, in my opinion, and is invaluable here right now with being so close to his playing days, and also can relate to the veterans who are here. I think he's got a pretty good bridge gap for being able to communicate.
I don't think that Schaefer's going to ever leave that house, to be honest with you, Lou.
Especially when he's giving him watches. He's giving him Rolex watches. Why would he ever move out?
He's going to live on his own. He's like, wait, I got to do things now? That might be tough.
Well, I tell you what, probably one of my, big disappointments, and I think in all sports, is that we've got away from roommates, on the road, with the new collective bargaining agreement. I think that's something players need, and I think especially a young player, but at home as well, having a roommate and living with someone, and especially if you can find a family like the Martin family.
Absolutely.
Hey, I was in San Jose, Lou. I'm curious if you've ever seen a situation like that, running into all the guys, and Scotty Mayfield, who I've known since he was a young kid here in St. Louis. Yeah. And the Braden Shen trade takes place with the Blues and the Islanders at the same hotel. And, he's meeting face-to-face with Patrick Waugh and Matthew Darsh and everybody. So had you ever seen anything like that? Had you ever experienced that where you make a deal with the two teams staying at the same hotel in the same city?
I have not. I do know of one, I believe, happened where a player prior to the game changed locker rooms. I've got to look that up to just ask that question. But one player changed just before the game. The transaction took place. But no, I hadn't experienced, but same hotel. And heard how it all went. It was quite interesting.
Yeah. Walking in that locker room, seeing Patrick Waugh, you're like, or the room, pretty intimidating. It's probably an easier decision one way or the other. Hey, who got a hold of you to be on the committee for the Cow? Did Trump get a hold of you? Like, how does that go down?
Randy Levine is the chairman. Randy is the, president of the Yankees.
Yeah.
I'm still on the board of the Yankees and have been since we've been there. So he was really the person that sort of appointed me to that situation.
So what do you do when you're on the board with the Yankees? Are you giving your input as to what the batting order should be? Are you saying, hey, let's not put Judge here, let's put him there? Who should play right field? Who should play left field? I mean, that's amazing that you're still doing that. Yeah. And your relationship with Steinbrenner goes back. I know you talked about that when you were on with us before. So how much involvement does it take to be on the board? Like, how often are you guys getting together?
Come on, you can answer. I mean, I would expect Cam to maybe say something like that.
I know. Can you believe that? He's rubbing off on me, Lou.
I've matured, Lou.
Yeah, but what I'm trying to say, Andy, is even he wouldn't do that. Come on.
Yes, I know. Can you believe that? You got to forgive me.
Okay. No, that's the board has to do with the outside the baseball end of it, certainly,
Of course.
like any other board. But I have a great relationship with Brian. Have been. He's been there so long, and right now that's another something that I have more time to do. And as I did last summer, I spent more games at Yankee Stadium than I normally would. And I love baseball, and so that's a positive right there.
Yeah, well, today's the season opener, right?
Yeah,
so
and baseball's in a weird
question.
spot too. I mean, they're pending lockout coming up here.
Yeah.
I mean, what's your take on what's, because obviously we're in St. Louis, is a huge baseball town. Cardinals start today.
We need
home
you on the
opener.
board here, though.
Yeah,
Lou.
absolutely.
The team's struggling.
Is baseball
Well,
in
they,
a tough spot?
Well, first of all, the Yankees started off great last night. They had the initial season opener. They had a great night. I've been on 2 of the collective bargaining negotiations with the NHL. They're not easy. They're very difficult. And I know the question with baseball is certainly, salary cap and everything. But I don't have enough knowledge into what any agreements or disagreements are, and should not. That should just be with the executive board of the players and the executive board of the league. I think the less are involved and the less who have opinions and comments, the better chance there is of getting a solution. And I certainly hope that there's a solution like everybody does. And both sides always do.
Yep.
Hey, when you hired Patrick Waugh, it may have caught some people on the outside a little bit by surprise. He was having so much success, obviously, in junior. But how do you get to that point where you identify him as the guy that you want to come in and lead your hockey club? And, his resume speaks for itself, but just in terms of your relationship with Patrick Waugh and how that came about.
Well, first of all, your past has nothing to do with the position that you're looking for somebody, to fill. At that time, we were looking for a change, and Patrick was one of the individuals out there. And as you said, had success in junior, most recent, had somewhat experience when he was in Colorado, and then went back to junior. I had never known him, on a personal basis, and just interviewed him and spent some time with him, certainly, and then you make a decision. There's no magic to any of that. It's consistent, whether it's Patrick Waugh or whoever it might be, and you look for someone that you feel can come in and get the team going if that change is needed or a replacement is needed.
I know you watch a lot of hockey now, other teams, and you're watching it all the time. The sport seems great. It's fast, tough, still has a little bit of everything to it. But is there anything that you look at that they need to tweak when it comes to even regular season to the playoffs?
That's interesting. I think that, hopefully we can come up with a definitive way of handling goaltending interference. And it's a very difficult one. And I'll stay sitting here. We've got 32 general managers, and I've been in those meetings for years. And the league would pass around the table of should this be interference, should it not? And people would vote independently. And on many occasions, you'd come back and it was like 16-16, or, it was 2012. So it wasn't definitive there. It's a very tough one. The college rule has a different one to make it more definitive about standing in the crease. But every time that you think you get it closer, the goaltenders are smart too. They know how to sell something. And it's a very difficult job there on the ice. So I guess I would hope that maybe there could be something that, better minds than mine can come up with a solution there. I know it's something that they work at a lot. I think we've tightened up a lot of things, whether it be offsides by video replay, and you can give a double minor. So I think we've gotten better and better, Cam, to keep up with the quickness of the game, the skills of the speed. It's changed. But one of the things that does bother me with a lot of the young players coming in, their lack of fundamentals. There's so much circling. That's why I'm so impressed with the young Schaefer. I think if you really want to see a great clip of him as far as knowing how to play old school hockey in the modern generation, the last 2 minutes of the Columbus game against the Islanders, he was on the ice for a couple of minutes, but the way he played everything, the way he faced the puck, the way he didn't turn his back in the defensive zone, the way he used his stick, it just gets you excited. I'd like to see more of that and maybe being taught to some of the younger players coming out.
Yeah, and I'm going to see, we'll both see Macklin Celebrini live tonight, too. Yeah. I mean, he kind of has that natural, just understanding and feel for the game, too. So getting back to the goalie interference, George Peros, and we've had him on, and he takes a lot of criticism. It's a tough job, you know what I mean? I'm not saying you'd ever want to get involved in that, but I mean, for those who do get involved with director player safety, like it's a really difficult position to be in, like, because a lot of people are saying what you're saying. I wish there was a more definitive way to understand what is and what isn't goalie interference. But do you have an opinion of how we can maybe get there and how they can tweak it so there is maybe a little more of a clear understanding of what goalie interference is?
Well, I'm a supporter of what the league has done and has continued to do. Coley Campbell works at this and takes this as serious as anyone out there. And I'm also a fan of George Peros. That's a tough job. I don't know how many people would want to do it. And George is a very intelligent guy. He works at this. He's got his own group. If you listen to him speak and, some of his decisions, and unfortunately, we were all the same in the general manager role or in a team role. When it affects us, we look at the decision in a different way. It's just the nature of the beast. But they're working very hard at that. I know that for a fact. So I think they're doing a tremendous job. And I know there are some of my colleagues and peers that, maybe think different at different times. But they have a voice as far as coming with a solution. Yeah. And to answer your question, we haven't really gotten that.
Yeah. Barry Trotz, who you know really well, obviously, you hired him as a head coach, but
I'm his biggest fan, by the way.
Yeah, we love Barry, awesome. And we've had him on and talked to Barry on numerous occasions. Going from coach to general manager, now you've done both. And when he took the GM job, it's actually on our podcast. I just randomly asked him, would you ever want to be a general manager? And he said yes. And then a few weeks later, he accepted the job as GM there in Nashville. You've been behind the bench. You obviously have made a Hall of Fame career of managing. And I was thinking when Barry took the job as GM, I'm like, oh, wow, is this going to become a trend? Are we going to see more head coaches now try to shift into a management position? And I think, if anything, he's proven that it just a great coach doesn't automatically make a great GM. It's not easy. So how do you view the difference between being a head coach and being a GM? Should it automatically mean you can manage? And what's the biggest challenge of being a manager that maybe a lot of coaches don't understand unless they're in that seat?
I don't think that you could look at it the way you're saying and say because he coached, he has the ability to be one, or because he hasn't coached, he's going to be more successful. I think it's all about your background. I think it's all about what's in your DNA and what you've done. My background is a little different and unique. In fact, it was new. I came out of college. I spent, I coached 15 years in college and was in administration. I was athletic director and was involved in all the administration. But also while I was in college coaching, I was very close to the pros. I had a lot of players play pro, and I did all their contract. And, this is when we had less teams. So you had a different association. And then I had opportunities to go from coaching to coaching and the NHL, and that wasn't what I wanted to do. Depending upon what team you would go, it would be normally a team that would look for you would be one that's out of the playoffs and in other words, in all you do when you go in there to get fired in a couple of years. I had a great situation in college. If I never did get to the pros, I would have enjoyed every day of it. And then the perfect opportunity came for me where I went in as president and had the autonomy to do whatever had to be done, and then appointed myself general manager. And, history is what it is. But my background was in both administration and also in doing contracts and so forth. So it was a little unique in that end of it. And then when I went to New Jersey, just had great people around me. The prior general manager who I asked to stay, Max McNabb, Marshall Johnson, David Conti, their scouting prowess was incredible of their past, where they came from. So I was very fortunate, and I'm a believer in surrounding yourself with the strongest and best people you can, because they're going to help you, and don't feel you can do it all. And same situation with coaching. I had some great coaches, Hall of Fame coaches and Hall of Fame players. So it's all different. So to answer your question, it's a tough one to answer. Coach, general manager, always.
What's the most common distraction that you noticed throughout your career with the players? And how do you handle that?
Well, as you know, Cam, you were with me for a number of years. One of the things I try and do is take away as many distractions as a player can have, so that he can concentrate. It is very difficult today. Social media, it's just off the charts. And whether you want them to look at it or whether you believe in it or not, it is a major distraction. In fact, unfortunately, it's a major distraction in the world we live in today, and what's transpired. So you don't even have to just say the sports, but that's the biggest. The influences come in different ways. Trying to keep so that the one voice that they're hearing and listening to is the people who have their best interest as a player and as a person, and just trying to help them along there, because it's very, very difficult out there today.
It is.
Lou, I think of you all the time when I see these guys walking into the rink with hoodies on, jeans, they're on the plane, T-shirts, hoodies. We've gotten away from that. Even the dress code has changed. It used to be guys are wearing suits all the time, and you still see some guys who do that. But on the plane, it's completely changed. Like, how would you handle that? If just based on what we're seeing right now, I guess you can still make some rules, but I don't know. It's in the CBA. The players are allowed to wear whatever they want. What's your reaction to that?
Well, I think how I thought. I thought we had a responsibility. We're professional players. What you did in junior or you did in college, and you make that next step, you feel a little different. Johnny Boychuk, who I have tremendous respect for in every possible way, having him for a few years in coming out of the Boston Bruin system, he said to me that when all of these changes went on, he would never not go to a game. In other words, he felt he was sort of disrespecting his past without being dressed. That's unique today. It's the generation. And how I would react is you don't accept it, you understand it, and you move forward. And all you can do is encourage that what they do and the effect that they have on the younger players or the younger, sort of fans and so forth, as far as an example. That's it. But your prime job is to, win games and try and make sure that they're the right person and how they present themselves both on and off the ice.
And he was able to wear 55, right? You got, I guess, him and Yager were the two guys that you kind of had the number situation and let them kind of bring their number back, 55 and 68.
No, I did that, Cam, with any veteran.
Okay.
If you any veteran who was in the league, whether it be McGillney, or Yager,
Elmo too.
so you look at that. It was just the veterans. What I did with when younger players came in, and as you know, you were there.
Oh yeah.
Number, unless there was something, for example, Matthew Schaefer situation with his personal and his family and say his mom, unless there was something unique that really you knew, you make an exception, not a no, but it was the number will not make you as a player.
Yeah.
I think that if it was up to me, there wouldn't be names behind the shirt either.
I know.
It's not that. It's about the team and anything you can do for that. So to have a young guy come in and him want such, and you got the veterans in that room, you try and help him that he now is not entitled in what he was given because he was a number 1 draft pick.
And I also liked in training camp, and I know it's different now and every team's different, but like I wasn't around the older guys. We were in our separate locker room when we were young. We're looking up to Scotty Stevens and all those guys and watching them skate. We weren't around them until you earned it. And so you're dreaming about being there. And I feel like now a lot of teams, you're sitting next to a superstar right off the bat. You're an 18-year-old kid that's a 4th-round pick. Like, you kind of, I feel like you need to earn that, kind of like, you did back in the day.
Yeah, I did. And I softened a little in the latter years where I thought that the veteran sitting in that room that might have not had the big, the comfort end of it, sitting next to the young guy, and we did that maybe in the scrimmages when you mixed them up, so they had to go in that room, so they understood. Because really, once the season starts, as you know, Cam, I was never a believer in the rookies. They didn't wait. They did it. They did it on their own for respect, but it wasn't something that we impressed or pushed on anyone. Once you're a part of that team, you have the same. All the rules are the same. Everybody does the same thing.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's always interesting. I remember David Backus, Larry Plow had him getting dressed in the laundry room. After I think he had played a couple games on an ATO or whatever, maybe he was up PTO, whatever, when he came out of college. And the next year in training camp, he was still dressed in the laundry room. Well, he hadn't made the team yet. So once he makes the team, he can come into the
it worked out
to
for
the
him.
main room with the all the vets. Hey, we all remember, your 1996 team, although there's a generation of kids who weren't even around, which is just crazy to me to be able to think how long ago that was. What's your take on the 3-on-3 in overtime in the Olympics? It got so much attention when USA beat Canada in the 3-on-3. It is the rule. Would you like to see that be more of a 5-on-5, what we see during the Stanley Cup playoffs?
Well, first of all, as you know, what side of the fence I'm on, as far as I'm on, the U.S. side.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't hear any complaints about that in this, in the prior game that transpired. It was only after that. I think that I'm for 5-on-5. I was never a fan of, say, 3-on-3, although it's really taken away the shootout, which I certainly wasn't a fan on. And 3-on-3 has been very exciting, without question. And it's a game changer as far as, the fans go and the skills of these guys in a different way. But I'm a believer 5-on-5. When we had the World Cup, it was 5-on-5. But remember, the Olympics have different rules.
Yeah.
And that going in there.
Yeah.
So to complain about it after, why? That's part of the game.
I'm with
in
you.
the Olympics. And
Yeah.
I've been in the Olympics also. When you talk 96, had the 96 World Cup. I mean, and went to in Stanley Cup games is 3 and 4 overtime sometimes. So there's nothing more exciting than that either. Not many people in the stands, but at that point sometimes. But the answer to your question is I would love 5-on-5 all the time. But with the schedules, you can't. It's too much time. The game has to get over.
Yep.
What'd you make out of this Olympic team for USA? I mean, obviously, just an incredible story, and to see them win gold was unbelievable for the country. And I want to get your take on you managed teams and ran teams that Big Walt played on, Keith Tkachuk, and now his two kids obviously winning a gold. Who reminds you more of Keith? Is it Matthew or Brady when you watch them play, or do you not see similarity? I mean, there's got to be some similarities there, right?
They both have all of Keith in them. Keith was so instrumental in not only the career he had for college hockey players and American players, but in that World Cup team that we had. It didn't last. He actually, he got in a fight early, and similar situation. But a little. I think both have it. And they're tremendous human beings off the ice, the whole family, Keith and his wife. I mean, they're great people. And they're both extremely polite and respectful. And I love the way they play. I watched, certainly, the older one when I was in Toronto, he was in London. So I watched him play quite a bit, junior. And I remember the tag on him when he was we don't like his skating. Well, I mean, and I remember, watching him and saying, when you compete like that, it's you just don't get that. He was like that, and Brady is, no different.
And they actually make fun of each other about Matthew being one of the slower players in the league, but he finds a way. He knows the front of the net. He's smart. He anticipates.
Yeah, he's one step ahead.
He's one step ahead of you, and he just finds ways to make things happen. So they're fun. We like them both. We love that whole thing.
Would you like your players doing a podcast? Because do you listen to their podcast, Lou? They've got a podcast now, Matthew and Brady.
I wouldn't be in favor of that, and not because if it was off season, I think that it could be a distraction, in my opinion. Only not through their fault, or something could be said and misinterpreted and misrepresented. And what you try and do is avoid situations that could be, possibly a negative. That would be the only reason, not because there's anything wrong with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think of, you have the Olympics, the Four Nations, the World Cup. It's a lot of hockey. The condensed schedule, these players, like they're going through a lot. You look at Connor McDavid, you could see it in his eyes, his cheeks are sunken in. All he does is play hockey. I mean, these guys they're really taking a beating with all these games in the condensed schedule.
Yeah, I mean, if I had to say, it would be, these type of tournaments would be outside the league. The risk of injuries at that given time, but I understand, the way it works. Like the world championships, they're after the season. The players play there, and when we did have the World Cup in '96, it was before the season, if you recall. Yeah. It was before. Now it's marketing plays a big role in all of it right now. Let's call it the way it is. And television, part of the rights deals. It's the world we live in, and you have to adjust to it.
Listen, not every general manager is going to be perfect all the time. I mean, making trades isn't always easy. But when you see like a Devin Taves, for example, become the player that he's become, did you see that ability? Like, did you see him becoming the guy that he is today? And after you move on from a player like that, is that difficult to watch, or is that just kind of part of the business?
It's part of the business. That was, we had a cap situation at that time, and decision had to be made. And I'm just delighted for him, always happy for the player. And I'm a little different maybe than most from what I hear. I root for a player that goes to that other team who we had. It's not his fault that he got traded. And the other thing, too, is I want to see them have success. They might not have had it with us because, you make a trade that's best for your situation, not worrying about, whether he's going to be good or bad or winning. I never I never thought anything about, well, you got to win this trade or you've got to do this, and you worry about what the public thinks. What's good for your team and what you have to handle, no matter what it is. And, always respect the player and always root for him. And I'm just pleased with him. Every time I went into the building when we played in Colorado, we made sure we crossed paths because, he was a tremendous human being, and he's turned out to be a, hell of a hockey player.
I love hearing that. Hey, remind me, and I should have looked this up, but were you managing the Islanders when Tavares made his return to New York, or were you in Toronto at that? Where would you have been at the time?
That's my first year at the Island. I was involved when I went on trying to see if he would stay when he went to Toronto as a free agent. So I was there the first night he played at the Coliseum. Yeah.
What was your reaction to that whole scene? I mean, we hadn't seen much something like that in a long time, and I don't know if we ever will. Was that hard to watch for you, or you just kind of you don't get caught up in the emotion of it?
No, it wasn't hard to watch for me because I wasn't there when John was there. In fact, when he made a decision to go, and everybody was upset at him. Listen, that's the rights he had. That was part of the collective bargaining agreement. So he made a decision that was best for him, that he had every right to do. But I love the fans. I loved our fans and the passion they had and what they did to get the building going. Remember, when we went in there, Barry and I mean, they hadn't made the playoffs. They gave up the most goals ever the year before. So we were worried about, what the sort of fans and, really was a positive thing seeing what they did. Hey, we've got great fans, and they are great fans here. They're passionate and they care. And, so be it. And he made that decision and, paid the price.
Yep.
I love it. Hey,
Exactly right.
And you guys went to the conference final in back-to-back years, I think. I mean, you guys had some really good teams who were right there. I got to get your opinion on this because this has been a big topic here recently. You managed in Toronto. You've obviously been in Jersey and on Long Island. So you understand what the pressure might be in Toronto. Is it that much more pressure, or is there much more pressure playing in Toronto versus being in New Jersey or being on Long Island or being in St. Louis or Tampa, Florida? I know there's a lot more attention, a lot more media, but how do you look at it? Because it's been a big topic about these guys playing in Toronto, that maybe the pressure from the fans and the media contributes to the lack of success.
Well, I can't buy that. You're a player, and pressure is what should be you put on yourself. If you succumb to it, for example, yes, there's a lot of media. It is the national pastime. There, I spend time there. I didn't find it any different going there than I was in New Jersey, except for more media being around. But you allow to happen, you pay the price if you allow something to be too much. And you put the guidelines in for your own players and your team, and you make recommendations. But if they succumb to it, or they put themselves in that situation, there's nothing you can do about it. But once again, pressure's on yourself. Depends upon the individual player. I can't buy it. The same thing here in New York with the, whether it's the Yankees, in other words, what happens here. So there's no different. Now, it might be some players can't take that, and maybe that's the problem. But I can't look at it the way, I hear and read, and it's this excuse. When you get on that ice, and I'll just look at Cam, when you get on that ice, your mind should be one focus. Now, if you allow yourself, because of your success or failure, to get in the way of your preparation and what you do, that's on you.
And it's nice whenever you're playing well, you reap all the benefits of playing there too. And then you're like, oh, this is great. But then once you start slipping a little bit, now you got the other factor coming at you. So you like it one way, but you don't like the other way. It is what it is.
It's a great point. It's right. So it's you that keeps the balance. It's on you.
Yep.
It's not the media fault. It's not the fan fault. Just play better.
That's it.
I know.
That's it. It's pretty simple.
Hey, what'd you make out of there's been some suspensions recently. And, you got the Gudas suspension, and then you got, the Greer suspension, and everyone's yelling about, well, why is this one 5 games, this one's 3 games? I mean, I know we talked about goalie interference. Do you feel like there's gray area when it comes to suspensions in general with some of these other plays, or are you okay with what they've done in terms of how they've handed down the suspensions for those specific plays?
I am, because I know the homework that they do. And they're not zeroing in on one individual player. I think they go on the history of the player, on what their past has been. There has to be some sort of inventory of to compare, to make judgments, no different than we did with the rules. And the general managers have all the input to help there and help George. George just enforces what the rules are that he's got in front of him. You will never be making everybody, satisfied. That's the nature of the beast. When no one wants to see a player injured by any means, and intent, I don't believe is in the mind of any player of an intent injury. But you have to enforce whatever that infraction was and give a suspension. The question is how long. What is, and that's a tough job. Mm-hmm. And I think they do the best they possibly can, because there's no black, there's a lot of gray.
Well, everyone wants to suspend the player based on how popular the player is, what market the player. I mean, it's almost like, to your point when you said, hey, you wish they weren't names in the back of the jerseys. I feel like the people in charge with player safety, they can't react or hand down discipline based on who the player is or how popular they are or how good they are, right? You just have to just look at the play and then rule on the specific play, not the player. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does. That's the way I would look at that. As much as the fans don't want to see their star player getting hurt. No one does. No one does. But in other words, you also don't want to see. You don't want to allow somebody to. You're there to win. And I don't really, nor will I ever believe or accept that a player intentionally does something, unless it was just one out of a million who had that in their DNA. And I haven't met that person yet. I mean that.
You drafted Austin Matthews first overall too, right? So how many first overall draft picks have you had? And did you know right off the bat? I'm curious, when you're scouting him. He played in Switzerland the year before his draft. When you knew this was going to be the guy and that he was going to be a star, I mean, he rewarded you with 4 goals in his first ever career game, so I guess you knew pretty quickly. But did you know, how far in advance before you made the selection did you know this guy is going to be a superstar?
Well, first of all, I was glad and fortunate to never have to draft a number 1 overall pick. And both of the number 1 overall picks with Toronto Matthews and Schaefer and the Islands were lottery picks. It was the luck of the draw,
right?
In that. But I was with Mark Hunter and actually Brendan Shanahan in Europe for the juniors that year, where the 3 or 4 players who were involved. Were Ilane and, Matthews and, so forth. Matt Austin was, he was the number 1 pick in the minds of everyone. That hadn't changed. Similar to, and I say this to Schaefer with our group here, he was the number 1 pick. And there are other great players that were there too. One played the other night, for Chicago. So, you have to go on your scouting staff, and they see them all the time. And then you try and see that top player, if you're drafting, up there as many times as you can. And I met with the Matthews family for several hours, actually in New Jersey. The dad happened to be working there in the family. And you get to meet the family, and you learn a lot about the player, because it is a big pick. And actually in Austin's year, there was a lot of questions on, two other players who were right up there too. But Austin was the right pick, and it's turned out that way, and the decision was right.
Yeah, I think Pugliarvi was another one. It's hard to believe Matthew Tkachuk ended up going 6th in that draft. So.
Well, have you going into a draft met a kid, or he's a good kid? You could sense he's a good kid, but then you meet his parents, and that might be a different story. Does that sway your opinion on the kid, even if you think that he is a good kid?
Well, first of all, all your judgment is always on the kid. The only time thoughts like that come in your mind, Cam, is if it's a tie. If you could go to either way with the player, then you always look at the positives first, and then is there something that we have to be concerned about? Is there something here that gives us that sway? But always the player. It's not, and the player person. That is the individual you're talking to, and there are some too that the player, you take a chance on for different reasons. But their judgments, if you really look at the draft and you study the draft, and that's what we tried to do, is go back to all the drafts and how we looked at things and what did we go wrong and so forth. And always kept, how many games players have played and who we would have picked at that time, and what mistake did we make and why didn't we see something? You always look in the mirror and, what went wrong or did it go wrong? So you're constantly on that. But I was very fortunate too, because the age group of the players that we're dealing with to bring into the league, I had spent, 15 years in college with that age group, all the drafts.
Yeah.
And they were in college playing. You get drafted out of college. It's not like the way college is today. They're all older. So you see it, I spent, as you know, with you, Cam, with your family. Yeah. And to this day, there's a relationship with your family.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
What do you think of the cap going up the way that it is? And what is that going to mean now moving forward? I just feel like general managers are going to have so much more flexibility to add multiple superstars. And maybe we're going to see NHL players do what we see in the NBA, and all these guys know each other. They're all good friends. They're going to create these power teams and go link up with one another if they're able to do so with free agency and whatnot. So how do you see the salary cap going up impacting things here in the near future?
Well, how I see ours different than the other sports is our CBA rules are different. Okay, and I was in basketball, and certainly I know baseball. I really didn't spend any time with the football situation, and yet they're similar to the baseball and basketball. There's opt-outs. There's so many different exceptions in basketball. Reading that criteria, and in baseball too. Once you get out of the entry level, you can be pretty much a free agent, and contracts can be changed. Hockey, it's different. And the way it is that these young players that we have, if you see, they're being locked up early. What you see a trend over the last couple of years is, the ones that are coming out of entry level are getting seven-year contracts. Okay? So now they're tied in, and they will be, in other words, a free agent at 27 and 28. And, that you might see, but you're not going to see an abundance of them all at the same time. What you might see is that if there are 4 or 5 superstars who the contract expires at the same year, and then 3 or 4 are eligible, say, to be put together, and then you need the money to do that. I mean, but look at what some of these, a couple of these top players have gotten right now. No matter how much money you got, you still have to field a roster. It's it's difficult. You can just put so much money in. We have too many players. Basketball, totally different. As far as how many players, you need a team. And I'm also a believer of spreading the wealth. I have as much respect for the role player and the third and fourth line player. I'd like to see them get, a couple more dollars there than because superstars can't play without them.
Yeah, you don't want to see those guys getting squeezed. What about the 19-year-old playing in the American League? How would you react to that? Is this something you would have been in favor of for years and years and years? Just looking in the past, or you think that'll be good for the league to get some of these younger kids playing professionally and get them under your control at a much younger age?
Well, I looked at that in two ways. It depends upon the individual player. I would have liked to have had the option of a 19-year-old, and I had a situation in the island with that, with Noah Dobson. Noah I felt that he was too good to go back to junior. Won a couple of Memorial Cups. Was now playing 40, 50 minutes in junior, getting bad habits, not through his own doing, with reference to staying out there on long shifts, not going out everything because he had to save his stamina for what he was doing. I thought that it would hurt him. So actually, we sacrificed the year with him of his entry level and brought him into the island and put him on the team and explained that to him that he might not play. We were going to send him back to the World Juniors. Actually, Mark Hunter had that team, and Mark and I, great friends, worked together, and I'm so fond of him. He wanted him so bad, but we had an injury or two, and actually he was playing regular at that time in the NHL. But the American League would have been better for him there. But there are 19-year-olds who maybe should have been back in junior, who might have gone to the American League. So it's really, a chicken and the egg. You could look at it either way. It depends upon the individual player. I know the decision we would have made was what was best for the player's development. Was it best to go back to junior? And actually, the Islanders did that with a player this year that they could have had in the American League. And it was best for him to go back. Actually, he's in London and playing right now, who could have played in the American League. So what I'm saying is that I would have liked to have the opportunity for the exceptional player. But you need rules. So, yes, I was for it because selfishly, I would have handled it so that I made the decision, and it wouldn't have been every 19-year-old that we had that would have been there. The right one would have, or ones would have been there. The ones who needed junior would have been back to junior.
Yeah.
What about expansion? Whereas it looks like we're going to have it, they're going to add a couple more teams.
Well, we've got parity, and most recent expansion teams have done well. So, it depends upon what the criteria is. And the criteria allows them to have success initially. Why not? If you get it in the media markets, it'll help the league. If it's good for the game, positive. So I'm for it.
Yeah.
Atlanta, Houston.
I got to ask this question. Here comes the bad questions, Lou, and you just got to forgive me here, but I got to ask you this. I will
just not answer them, so I'll tell you right now.
Okay. So, I got to apologize in advance. These are my lazy questions, but I want to know. How do you want people to remember you? What do you want your legacy that you're leaving behind? You've had such an impact on the game. How do you want people to always remember Lou Lamoriello?
I have no idea.
Come on.
I have no idea.
What are you most proud of that you've done throughout your career?
I think that I separated the person and the player, and something that I took with me from college, that I tried to do. The first meeting I had in college, I might have told this story before. Cam has heard this. I put a triangle on the board, first meeting of college players, and it said person, player, and student. And what I said to them was, you'd hear this only once every year. If you're here 4 years, 3 or 2, depending upon the number of years, it'd be once. And my responsibility and my job and commitment to you would be that I would differentiate between those three, which meant if I was calling Cam in because of a discipline reason, I would never bring up his academics or bring up his play. Wouldn't matter to me what his grades were and how good or bad he was doing on the ice. I would just address one. If I called him in on his academics, it wouldn't matter. It would just be that. And if it was a player, if he was in trouble or he was skipping class, I would never bring that up at that time. The subject that we were in will always be that. When I went to pro, it was the person and the player. So if it was Cam and he was not playing or not competing on the ice the way he should, even if I knew some things were not going right off the ice or he was doing things, it would not be there. That would be at a different time. And I would like to think I stayed pretty true to that, for the number of years that I was in the NHL.
Yeah, no, there's no doubt
Absolutely
you did.
did.
Who's the greatest player you've ever seen?
Ever seen? To this day, in my opinion, Bobby Orr. I watched Bobby and with the Bruins, being and brought up in that era. And I know there's a lot of other great players. Just saw his game, and unfortunately, he got hurt. Today that wouldn't happen with the way sort of the medical field is. But to me, I still think that very prejudiced in that because I think so much of him as a person too.
That's a great answer. All right, any of these defensemen, the McCarrs, the Hughes, the Schaefers, I mean, these guys do any of them come close to Bobby? Do they remind you of Bobby at all?
I never do that. I never try and look at that in any way because they all have their own little sort of uniqueness about them to make them great. So I like to think that they're all individuals at the highest level, and I don't like to compare great players.
Who's the toughest overall player, Lou, that you've ever witnessed?
Toughest?
The toughest overall, mentally, physically toughest player you've ever witnessed.
Mentally, oh boy, that's a tough one.
Different category, mentally versus
mentally and physically, everything combined. I put toughness and I put that.
Yeah, all different types of toughness. Yeah.
Well,
it's not you, Andy.
From the players that I've had over the years and the success that a lot of them had, it'll probably be Scott Stevens.
Oh, we love Scotty.
Oh, yeah.
He was great when he came on, and I obviously saw him last time. And I want to let the listeners know, because you've been on with us before, so we didn't get into a lot of things that maybe took place with Jersey and throughout your career, so people can go back and listen to that one. Because he was here in St. Louis, too, obviously, and just an amazing player. I wish I could ask you, because I'm afraid I don't know how you're going to answer this question, Lou. But, if you could put together your all-time team, 2 defensemen, 3 forwards, and a goalie. I'll give you an extra player, too. Who are you going to war with against anybody?
I'll tell you what, Andy. It's right here, but you'll never know.
We'll never know. Text it to me, just so I have it. I won't. I promise. I'll just.
I do that.
I will never share it with anybody.
Like I said.
Right there. I'll never know.
Lou, thank you.
How many games? You watching games every night now? Every night you're just watching hockey, or?
Yeah, unless there's a reason not to. It's something you always do. But as I said earlier, I have the opportunity now to really know more about a lot of other teams, believe it or not. You're usually zeroing in on the team you're going to play next, and then you're hoping the team that you're competing for gets beat by the team because of the standing. You're looking at all of that. But really enjoying it in a lot of ways, because you can also switch it if the game isn't really, the way it's like it's maybe lopsided. You can go to another game and not worry about it. But when you love the game, you don't leave the game.
Yeah.
It's what you do different about the game.
I want to leave you with this, and I can speak for Cam here for sure, but of all the players we have that come on here, we've
Over
had
400, by the way.
and so many of your former players, I've never heard a player that you managed or have anything bad to say about you. They all have so much respect for you, Lou. And so that's one thing you'll always have in your hat, because
there it is.
There aren't many other managers, if any, and I don't think there is another one that can truly say that. So the mark that you've left on your players and how they will always think of you and how you've impacted their life, man, that you should always be proud of that, because you really did make an unbelievable impression on a lot of hockey players.
And my dad says hi, by the way, too, Lou. He wanted me to tell you, say hey.
Yes, please do. Well, Cam's a former player at Cam. We spent a lot of time talking about a lot of different things at different times.
Yep.
You got to keep an eye on him, Lou.
No, I think he has to keep an eye on you.
There it is.
Is that what it is?
There it is. Take that.
But I mean that. So
Thank you.
It's an honor. I always love having you on.
Thank you, Lou, for everything.
Thank you.
And I'll talk to you soon.
Yes, please do. And
I will.
Pass along to your parents, please.
I will.
And hopefully the Islanders can get into the playoffs. It's going to be
we're rooting for them.
It's going to be a race down the stretch here. So
yeah, they have a special group. They really do. I'm certainly rooting for them, maybe more than anyone.
And you just added a guy in Braden Shen, who is he's a perfect Lou type of guy.
Yes, he is.
Like he's your type of player on and off the ice. Just a great leader. So great person too. So all the best.
I heard about him is exactly what you said, which is I'm glad to hear that.
Top shelf. All the best to you, Lou.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'll see you. We'll talk soon.
Yep. Take care.
Cam, top 5 things that you just heard from Lou Lamoriello. Go.
That I need to be worried about you.
Okay.
More than you're worried about me.
You already said that. 5 different things.
I need to be worried about you before
5 other things.
You
go.
are worried about me. That got me pretty damn good.
Okay, go. Next.
I am going. He also said that this is the way he handles everything. Okay, like I still agree with all that stuff. Just like everybody's the same, okay? When you come into training camp, everybody's the same. On the other hand, though, when you come into training camp with Lou, I'm not fucking sitting in the main locker room with goddamn Patrick Elias like I'm an 18-year-old 4th rounder. I'm right next to you. I'm skating with you. No, I'm not. I'm hanging out in that shitty-ass locker room in South Mountain Arena with all the other fucking draft picks that haven't done shit yet, and all the guys that they signed that haven't done shit yet, and all the big dogs are ready to play are in a separate area. And so I have to earn that aspect. We're watching these guys skate and we're all together like, God, I want to be there. I want to be there. Like little things like that. You walk in, you better fucking look good. You better be on time. You better be this. You better be that. And you better be able to play every single night or things are going to happen, man. He doesn't put up with that shit. I liked his attitude. I liked his style. I needed that as an 18-year-old kid. My mom and dad only did so much for me, man. And at that point, I was making money. I couldn't let my dad, I'm listening to him, but I needed a goddamn guidance, and he helped me, and I'll never forget that.
Okay.
What do you do for you?
Oh, by the way, I had a great conversation with Denny.
He said that.
It was great. It was like an emotional meeting.
Know. He told me that.
It meant a lot to me.
I hope so.
It did.
It means a lot to me, honestly.
Yeah.
He told me that.
It was just
he told me that. It was at the
say?
game. No, he's like, I talked to Andy. He's like, I kind of got him. I'm like, I got emotional or something. I'm like, oh.
He said he did too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
was like an emotional.
I showed him my truck last night. I took him to Mexican place. Me and Kate.
Terrible color.
You don't even know what it looks like yet because you don't know what military style looks
Desert
like.
Storm
You don't.
beige.
It's shit kicking. It's different, dude. It looks fucking.
I'm
gonna make it all.
The judge.
You're gonna hate it because it's not your style.
Send me a picture.
You're
of
not.
It.
No, you got to come look at it. It's not your style. Your style is like probably like like purple or pink or something like that. Mine's fucking military shit kicking.
That's not a military color,
fuck
dude.
yeah, it is. What do you mean?
Sand?
You'll see. And then I'm going to black everything out, and it's going to look badass. I got it for cheap, too.
I think you're going to stand out too much on the road.
Jim Butler is a Chevy powerhouse. Yeah. Hook
Did you get a deal?
Yes. They might have to do something on this podcast.
Did you get a deal?
All hockey fans there, just so you know. I tried to sneak in and sneak out. All hockey fans there. Couldn't even walk. They are all diehard fucking Blues hardcore. They fucking spend money with the Blues. Jim Butler, they need to be with us. Jim Butler is a Chevy powerhouse.
Wow. We're not giving free ads here, but I would love to support Jim Butler.
I know. Can you just can I throw one out because they hooked me up? It's all good.
In your Desert Storm truck. I need to see it. You won't send me a picture. You're not happy about that.
I'm working.
Okay, so getting back to Denny, so he's in the truck. So what did he say to you?
No, I took him to he's just like, I talked to Andy for a long time, and it's like, this is emotional. I go, I like that. Because he's like, I don't think Andy knew who I was at the beginning. And I go, he probably didn't. Like, he didn't fucking see you that much.
What are you talking about? I knew it was him because I was looking for him. It was the weirdest thing, Cam. Right when I said to myself, I wonder if Denny's here. Where's Denny? I'm not even joking. Within a half a second, he starts walking up the stairs towards me, and Kate was right there. I'm like, that's him right there. I see him on Facebook.
You see him? Do I look like him?
No. A little bit. Yeah, a little bit.
A little bit.
He looks more like your brother right there. But.
When was the last time we saw my brother? I haven't seen my brother in fucking 5 years.
Oh, my God.
I need to see him.
No, Denny looks a little bit, but I don't know.
He looks good, doesn't he? For fucking 75 or whatever.
Well, he looks great for 75. Great for 65 or 55. It looks great.
He does.
But you're bigger than him.
Way bigger. I'm a monster.
How did that happen? Was your mom big?
No. No. They're both.
Was your mom?
They're both shit kicking motherfucking USA shit kickers. That's what the fuck they are. My whole fucking Jansen family is.
I was there for you.
Shit kicking.
All that happened to your mom.
Oh, God.
I was there.
No, you weren't.
Andy
yelled at me. My mom's dying. He yells at me.
No, I did not.
Andy, my mom's dying. Right. Anyway, do you see this picture of Ty? He scored a goal the other night. I'm like,
You know I went viral?
Yeah. My mom's dead, Andy. I went viral.
Stop.
It's all good, dude. It's all good, dude. It was
But Denny, it was a very emotional.
No,
moment.
I know, and I love that. You should have took a picture. That would have been hilarious.
Why didn't we do that?
I would have fucking posted that like no other.
Why didn't we do it?
I don't know. I wasn't there. I was on the ice. It's all good. Let's go. We got
did
Lou.
You point to me or did you point to Kate after you scored? They were all telling me you were pointing to me.
I told my dad I'm gonna fucking score a goal. I'm gonna point to you and flex.
Oh, God.
I know.
That's what Ty says. To me.
Good. I want that.
You're still doing it in your 40s.
Fuck that. I always thought that way. I'm going to do something. I'm going to look at you. I'm going to, God, yeah. But not in a psycho way. Like, it wasn't like, I need to do something for you. But, like, if something gives me more motivation, especially when I was really playing, like, if Ty's like, my daddy's there, I want to fucking, my mom and dad are like, I want to do something for you. Let him think that way.
Okay.
Because listen, these kids, they get like, man, I don't care about what's going on. I'm skilled. I don't care. It's all up here. Like, I want to do something for something. You have to have motivation. You're playing 80 fucking times a year. Get going. So if he loves his daddy, if Ty loves his daddy, and he wants to point at you when he scores, then fuck it.
Okay, so you know what I love.
You get my drift on that?
Yeah, but you know what I loved about Lou's interview?
What? Check his phone. He's checking his phone, everybody.
What I loved about
he's looking at his notes.
Was the question about the way the guys dress on the plane right now.
Oh, you don't like that.
He would not like that.
They're dressed like me. They're dressed like me.
I know.
Shit.
I know.
All
All right, so we appreciate Lou for coming on, man.
We love
Honestly,
you, Lou.
it's an honor. And I
We
talked
love
to
you.
Army on my other podcast. He had so many great things to say about Lou too. So
Oh, I like that. I like when two powerful forces go at it. You
Yeah.
know what I want to see?
Hmm.
I want to see Lou Lamoriello and Donald Trump sit down and discuss anything in life. I want to see that. I want to see how, I bet you those two motherfuckers, who is breaking for who? I bet you Lou looks at him right through his eyes just like he looks at us. I just bet you he does, because that's how he is. I would love to be a fly on the wall for that. Son of a bitch. God, yeah. Oh, those two motherfuckers. Oh, Jesus. God.
I know
My boys.
that would be cool.
Yeah,
That
no.
would be cool.
No, you wouldn't care. Andy's just
Yes, I
looking at
would.
his phone. Yeah, that would
All
be
right.
cool.
Canister Podcast.
Andy wants to
brought
see
you by
Lou and
Stiefel.
Kamala Harris talk.
Stiefel brings us the Canister
Yeah,
Podcast,
damn right.
where success meets success, baby.
Damn it. Damn right it does.
As we broadcast from the Window World Studios. Again, 1-800-GET-WINDOWS. 800-GET-WINDOWS, 800-GET-WINDOWS. Check them out online, windowworldstlouis.com or windowskansascity.com. The preferred window of the St. Louis Blues and the official window of the Kansas City Chiefs. Double strength glass that gives us strength, not commonly used in replacement windows. Wow. That is,
Yeah, it's the real deal, dude.
that's the real
Get
deal.
it done. Save your
Yeah.
money on heat and cooling, just so you know.
Firstform.com. I got everything I need for my trip.
They all know what I take all morning long.
So, and check out the new flavor, Paradise Punch.
Yeah,
My
that's
favorite,
damn
though,
good.
man, is the blue. I don't know why. I love the blue.
Because it's good.
Yeah.
That's why.
Love the blue. Firstform.com/CamandStrick. Use our link. Only use our link. Firstform.com/CamandStrick. Use it and use it today. Blue Note Roofing, 314-920-5713. Call David Novak today. Blue Note Roofing, 314-920-5713. 314-920-5713.
5713. Some bitch.
We put the in
Spa.
Say hi to Angie.
How many kids are you going to have in the next 5 years?
Oh, my God.
Oh, God. Angie, we need to talk, girl. I don't know if this is good for Andy. He's going to be making sweet love to Lori. Lori's going to be like, I'm attracted to him. I'm going to have sex with him now. Again. And then Andy's going to impregnate her 50,000 times over. He's going to have 20 kids in that goddamn neighborhood.
Yeah.
Just like your neighbors kind of do.
No, I know.
You need to call. You might have to get your things, whatever, you know.
Oh, my God.
I'm just saying.
A vasectomy?
Yeah, because it's such a sexy environment being in that thing. The moonlight, you're going to be jamming out. You're going to have, I don't know. You're going to be making sweet love. And that kind of scares me a little bit.
I'm going to walk down to
There's going to be
Venice.
Andy fucking Stricklands everywhere in this goddamn town.
Gosh,
Son
dang
of a
it.
bitch. All those kids are goddamn cute.
I might
They're
walk
really
down.
not Andy. Actually, I want you to procreate. I like your kids. We need more of your kids
Well, you don't
around.
like it when I post about them, I guess, to what you said before. So that
I like
just
when you
kinda-
post about your kids. When you post about how you went viral with Joe Buck, I'm like, oh, cool. I went viral. Look, me and Joe Buck. No, he did.
I put something up today.
If you
about
post some about your kids, I love it. I don't
picture
chirp
where,
that.
where I had my coffee this morning.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck. And he posts pictures of a food he doesn't eat at a restaurant. Didn't I chirp him for that? Oh, God. There he is. 2 phones in his hand. So you know.
Oh my God, did he?
Look at it.
I'm gonna have to go back to that.
Look at it. Let's go.
Wow, that's amazing.
Let's go. Yeah, I don't chirp you about you posting about your fucking kids. I'd rather you all post about your kids. I want you to post about Ivy. I want you to post about all of them.
Tell me
when you
about
take a
Spas and
picture
More.
about your fucking latte that you have in Vancouver, I'm like,
I didn't do that.
that's what women do.
I didn't do that.
That's what women
But you can't like make it up.
That's
I didn't
Fuck
take a
outta
picture of my coffee with like the heart on top of it. No.
yeah.
My wife would do that though. I can tell you that.
I know she can.
You seen it?
Yeah.
Tell me about spas and more real quick, though, Cam.
They're the best in the business. They'll hook you up with all kinds of different things. They have saunas. They have spas. They have huge pools that they fit right in your backyard. Even if you think you don't have any room, I've seen these guys in action firsthand. How they bring the crane up, boom, takes 2 seconds. You get those swim spas like, whap, blap, blap. The Michael Phelps ones, your kids can have a good time. You can heat them up. You can cool them down. You can get a workout in. They're fantastic. Put a little, I'm not done. You put a piece of concrete down, like yank, and then set that son of a bitch down. Boom, perfect. Now you have entertainment for the rest of your life, and your kids can grow up and be in shape being in that damn thing. Look them up, Spas and More. They're right here in St. Louis. Angie, we love you, girly girl. Big time Blues fans. We love all them.
Hey,
Spas
I got to
and
give
More.
a shout out to Crosby real quick because you ever just looked at his numbers?
Yeah, Andy.
He got to 1,100 assists last night.
Oh, Jesus.
He's like, what are his final numbers going to be? He's gonna get to like 2,000 points, dude. The second player in NHL history to ever get that. He's at 1,753 right now. Would you say he'll get to 2,000?
God, if he doesn't get concussed, probably.
That's
Can he?
for anybody? That's like the dumbest answer I've ever heard.
No, it's the
That's
smart.
for anybody.
Then that's the smartest answer.
Will he get to 2,000 points?
Stupid kind of. How? Just think about what you just said there. That's the dumbest answer. Anybody
Well,
thinks that way. That's the smartest answer.
Will he get to 2,000 points?
Yes. How old is
Okay.
he? 30. He's going to play till he's 42.
700 goals and 2,000 points. This guy.
He's the best. He's on Mount Rushmore, no matter what, already.
1,100 is a big shout out.
I love
to Sid,
him.
man.
Love him. I love that man in every way possible. I love everything he says. I love everything he does. I love his style. I've loved this kid since he was fucking young, coming into the goddamn juniors. When I was stuck in juniors and this kid's face was everywhere playing in Windsor, I'm like, ooh, this is a fucking kid. Then you play against him in 05 and he cross-checks me in the back of the head. I love you.
Who's going to end up with more
I love
points?
him.
Crosby or Celebrini
Crosby.
when their careers are done?
Nope, Crosby.
I mean, Celebrini's getting into 100.
Dude, he's
as a
going to be
teenager.
awesome. He's going to be awesome.
You know, Crosby got to 100 points twice as a teenager.
I just can't.
Celebrini's the sixth teenager to ever do it. But the seventh time it's been done because Crosby did it
I
twice,
know.
which is just incredible to me.
If he beats out Crosby in everything he does, I would be like this. Oh, I'm not expecting that. I'm looking at Crosby like you are. Okay, and these guys will become close. Like McDavid's not going to get there. Crosby's on a different level.
McDavid might, dude. Look at his numbers.
No. Everything combined. Don't just look at numbers. Everything.
Oh, you're talking about championships and
just
like
fucking
success?
being successful. Everything.
Right.
Everything.
It's like Stiefel, where success meets
There it
success.
is. Like Crosby's Stiefel right now.
He is. He's
the
Stiefel.
top leader of Stiefel. What Stiefel looks like is Sidney Crosby. This is what I do. And not to mention I'm loyal. And I'm staying my fucking
Did you see
loyal.
Matthew Tkachuk's goals the other day against the Islanders?
Unbelievable.
Do you know he's close to averaging a point per game for his career?
Yep, I do.
Which is not many guys do that anymore.
And then he's chirping himself for being how slow he is in the league. They chirp each other on the podcast. And Matthew's like, I'm good. I could do it. I don't need to be fast. I could put this between my legs and go top shelf, bar down, boom.
With like two guys on my ass.
With two guys. That's what I do. I'm not going to get a breakaway. No, but I could spin off you and make a play. Boom. Goal. I could do this and kick it right in front. Boom. I can make a play here. I could stop a play and then all of a sudden make a play and then boom. Goal. That's what the fuck I do.
He may not walk you.
I'm smart.
Beat you wide.
I'm smart and mean. And I'm aggressive.
Smart and mean. Would you rather be smart and mean or slow? Or fast
and dumb? Fast and dumb and
fast
pussy?
and soft.
Smart and mean. I could find a way to be in the mix no matter what. Even if I am slow, I can get around. Corey Perry's doing it still. He got fucked up the other night. Jesus. What
By
the
what?
fuck?
A hit or a fight?
You don't watch things?
I do. I must have been on a business trip.
Oh, he must. God, you must have been busy.
Remind me, I had to
He
see
got
it.
fucking smoked by. He fought somebody and they fucking smoked him. Caught him, and he next day he's with a black eye. He's just going out there doing his thing like a man.
I think I
Like
did
a
see that.
shit yeah, you did. Like a shit
did
kicker.
see that.
Corey Perry, I love you, dude. You shit kicking son of a bitch. Good for you. You ate that. You know you're not that good.
He's got that big black eye.
Yeah,
man. I
look at
love
him.
it.
Look at him. You see it? Look at him.
Mhm.
Who was that caught him?
I think it was McCarron, wasn't
yeah,
it?
McCarron. Yep, from Nashville. Yeah.
I gotta find that.
Stuck him with an uppercut, Andy. Bam.
This might be it.
And Corey's like, fuck it, whatever. I'll eat that goddamn thing. You might have broke my orbital bone.
Oh,
Oh, boy. Some bitch.
McCarron, that's a good pickup for Minnesota.
Hell yeah. I like Minnesota. Rooting. I'm rooting for them. Let's go. It's been
All right.
2.5 hours. Let's
Easy
go.
Tiger, baby.
Easy Tiger.
EasyTigerAZ.com. Check out the website. It's smooth. It's potent.
That's what
And
I
it's
want.
top shelf, baby.
Let's go.
And check out their apparel, too. And you're going to see it in a store near you very, very soon. We thank Lou Lamoriello for joining us.
Love you.
It's never the same when I'm on a business trip and Cam's back in the studio, but
It's
we
fine.
will be back together
It's fine.
next week.
Yeah.
And
We love you guys.
obviously, we go year round, man, here on the Canister
And check out
Podcast,
YouTube.
so-
Check out our YouTube
Yeah.
and support our sponsors.
Yerk! Let's go! Cam's a shit kicker, 2 bombs in the lead. Soul dragging cougars, no time for fatigue. And he's a shit talker, stirring up the show. Never played a shift, but he's ready to go. My check, 4 check, here comes